Hey, we're here. We're fucking rocking and ripping in the Patreon. In the Patreon, I have Lemaire, the bad boy of comedy, dude. Bad boy, Mr. Austin. Mr. Austin, Lemaire himself.
The drama king.
Literally the drama king, bro. What the hell, man?
I don't know what show.
Why are you starting beefs?
I'm not starting beef. I did start a beef with a wrestling guy.
What wrestling guy?
There's a wrestling.
You keep talking about this. This is way less significant.
Yeah,
than
I
the
don't
other.
give a fuck about Cody Rhodes or whatever his name is, dude.
You said Chris Benoit is okay.
There was a guy who he tweeted
fight.
something bad about Chris Benoit, and I was like, did he kill your family? Jeez, dude, art is forever.
So you're a troll.
Yeah, I'm a troll.
You've been trolling on X.
I'm trolling. Yeah.
You are an ex-troll.
Why are you trolling on X so hard, dude?
I don't know, dude. It just felt nice, and I just
You just want a little snake venom.
yeah. The venom
Now you're
felt
beefing
nice,
with
dude.
Luis Gomez, dude.
He's beefing with me.
Hell, he fell right into your trap.
Yeah.
Luis Gomez fell right into your fucking spider web. What are you gonna do with him now?
Versus
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, you're just toying with Gomez. I saw the clip, man. Gomez was fucking.
He's furious. He's bad.
He was going in on you,
Yeah,
bro.
I know. I didn't even do anything.
He's gonna be on the podcast soon. You guys can.
Yeah, you're gonna have to see
I
it.
might have to put my podium between you two. So yeah, what prompted this, man? I was outside like letting my dogs pee, and I myself went on X, and I went, "What the fuck?"
I thought it was a good joke because they were talking shit about us. They were saying any comic who left New York for Austin couldn't cut it anyway.
I don't think I could have. To be honest.
And they wouldn't be in the clubs or something. And then he said, Danny Braff's funnier than all the comedians in Austin, or 80%. And then I was like, it's funny that you would say that because Danny Braff is funnier than one
that was the original tweet.
Yeah.
Don't repeat.
I thought that was a
your
funny
fucking-
joke, dude. I thought that
Don't
was
repeat
funny.
your viral attacks, dude. I don't want to hear it. So that was a joke. You attacked the regs,
Yeah.
and then the regs fired back.
Yeah.
You activated the regs. God damn it, man. All I want is peace, man. I don't want the fucking regs on my ass.
I don't want no problems.
We're just bad boys of comedy now. So
You activated the expendables. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Why would you do that, dude? They're vets.
I know. I love them too. Most of them. I love most of them too.
Who do you love the most? Can you rank who you
Let's
love
sure,
the
let's be
most?
Like
positive.
ranking.
Let's do the love. Let's do a
Rank.
love tweet.
All right. I got to go Bobby Kelly number 1.
Yeah.
Dan Soder 1A. Joe List 1B.
You just hate Gomez.
You're just mad at Lewis.
Danny Braff 1C. Their producer Joe 1BD.
And Gomez, you're saying is in sixth place?
Yeah, he might
Man,
be 3.
you versus Gomez. I mean, you can't fight him at Skankfest. Like, what
Yeah,
are you
I
gonna?
know.
How you guys? You know this is gonna turn into a Skankfest oddity.
We got to have a wrestle match.
wrestle.
We got to have a wrestling match.
Isn't he a
at
jiu-jitsu
Skankfest.
guy?
Yeah, he can't beat me at jiu-jitsu though.
Lemaire Paul. Hyping up the fight.
He
You don't
can't
think
touch me at jiu-jitsu.
You
no.
really think Gomez can't touch you in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're confident?
Yeah.
Have you been training?
No.
Has he been training?
I don't think so.
Man, I wish I had like a Don King wig on right now with the flag. and everything.
Wow, Lemaire, this is the path you have chosen.
Dude,
huh?
I've been trying to get professional wrestling at Skankfest for 3 years. If this is the way it has to
No,
go.
hold on. This isn't guys in their underpants making believe.
See, that's
This isn't guys fucking pretending.
I'm pretending.
But you're gonna have to really wrestle him in real life.
That's fine.
like Greco-Roman. I'm talking about.
I can do that.
None of this, you know.
He couldn't take me at Greco-Roman wrestling either.
Greco-Romans, no legs, only upper body.
Dude, I'm a bear.
I mean, I know you're strong, man. I'm not saying you're not
Hey,
strong.
no homo pause, but I'm a bear.
Dang, dude. So then that whole thing kicked off. Were you drunk when you tweeted this?
The first one, yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
That was my
This is what I
speculation.
was saying on Deadbeat yesterday. Lemaire's like Roseanne Barr. He gets really drunk. Doing like stuff that he doesn't remember in the morning.
Yeah, I thought it was like a Facebook wine mom where you're like, yes,
yes.
3 glasses sangria, just like, this fucking guy.
I don't know.
Fuck.
I think everybody's just been looking for a reason to be mad at Austin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. It's not our fault. The world's most popular podcasts are here.
I don't know. I'm more like a Chinese guy in America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just, the whole thing's so fucking dumb, dude. It's literally like if I had to explain any of that stuff to my dad, he would be like, what the fuck are you? He would be angry. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He'd seriously like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, there's these guys on YouTube that think you versus LA and like this one's better than that one and the guys are real mad at all the other guys. He'd be like, shut the fuck up. You're being paid to fuck around and talk.
Yeah.
It's like I breathed in asbestos for 40 years. You're getting paid to fuck around on a podcast. You're going to cry about other podcasts. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
Yeah. That's what I
Nobody
thought.
fucking cares. Lemaire, you're the heart of the problem.
I'm just hanging out, you know.
You're getting drunk and you're getting greedy.
I was nasty. I was getting drunk and nasty. It was drunk and nastiness, but Lewis took it to another level. He demanded that I bend
Lewis
the knee.
loves this stuff, dude.
I know. I think
You've
I
literally
love it
summoned a
too.
demon.
Can I ask a question? What time did you fire off the tweet?
Oh, good question.
We can look it up.
That'd
I
be
think
like-
it was at like 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, Lemaire.
Scary hours.
I just got back from the wiggle room.
Oh, so you're bringing some fucking showcase energy, which is
Yeah.
a very toxic brew.
It was a good night. It was a mothership and a wiggle room. Yeah, I got to take a picture with Rob Schneider. That was nice.
Did he whisper into your ear like, do it, Lemaire? Say it.
Do it.
Fuck those liberals in New York.
You
Want
can
to
do it.
And I mean, is all quiet on the Western Front, or like, what's the next move?
I don't know.
What countries would you say you and Luis Gomez would be if you guys were countries? And
Well, shit, dude, I'm obviously the USA.
You go type USA.
I'm claiming USA.
I was thinking North Korea.
Yeah, I'll claim North
USA.
Korea. Dude.
No, you mean
I'll claim
USA.
North Korea, dude. I got the news.
What country would Luis Gomez be?
South Korea. I don't know. Vietnam.
3:09 in the
You're gonna
morning.
kill him in this battle.
3:09 in the morning. New Year's Eve.
Oh, Lemaire. Did you at least leave that behind in 2025?
Nah.
You carried
I'm
you.
a bad boy now.
You are a bad
I'm
boy.
a bad boy for at least another 3 months.
And bad boy for 3 months. Wild card too?
Wild card.
Or is Nate the wild? Nate's
the
claiming wild card.
Nate's claiming wild card.
I'm the Samaritan. You're the wild card. The Samaritan. I don't even want to bring it up right now, but you had a real wild card moment last week.
The gun.
The
Oh,
gun.
God, dude, what the fuck was
yeah.
that about?
I thought it was funny. It was a prop gun. I was filming something in San Antonio, and I had a prop gun, and I just thought, like, post it. I was like, don't come to school tomorrow.
To your head, or was it in the air?
It was in the air. It was in the air.
It was kind of close to your head though.
It was in the air.
And you posted yourself with a gun that looks real. Lemaire, no one knows it's a prop gun. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So you had a fake gun that looks very real, and you threatened to shoot up a school. Do you understand how people would say, hey, what the hell?
That's bad boy stuff.
That's wild card.
That is wild.
That's wild card bad boy.
And then
What was the response to that?
I got a call
the
from
Austin
Austin
Police
PD.
Department reached out to him to do a wellness check.
What do they do? Just be like, hey, are you really planning to shoot up a school, or are you just
No,
goofing
I didn't
online?
answer the phone. They just called me, and I was like, I can't do this right now.
Wait.
I thought it was fake.
You can't turn down a wellness check.
I don't know. I don't think it was a wellness check. I think they just wanted to see what was up.
But you just said I can't talk right now.
I didn't answer. Am I wanted? Am I actually a bad boy right now?
Could be a fugitive.
You might,
Sheesh.
yeah,
A fugitive?
if
Could
you're
be a fugitive, dude. Damn,
Sorry,
dude, what the
dude.
fuck were you thinking?
I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it was really funny.
To pretend you're going to shoot up a school after having a wild display online 2 days before?
as a 35-year-old man.
Dude,
What's cool? Yeah. That's just, I don't have a school to go to.
you could get a anyone can go to, I mean, look, I don't want to tell you how to do it, but it's like, you don't have to go and be a student to figure out how to,
Yeah.
Man, he was looking as crazy as I've ever seen him too. He was ashy because he was outside for like
No, dude.
6 hours. His lips were chapped. His finger. He looked like a guy who just broke. It was.
Bro,
It was good acting.
you
dude.
can't do the ashy pick with the gun. That's probably why it probably triggered an AI, and the police were like, "We had an ashy black guy on social
They might
media."
have just wanted to give
They're
you
like,
some
all
cocoa
units,
butter.
even unlotioned black men threatening violence on Instagram. That's
Get the cocoa butter.
God, Lemaire. So what the hell? So here's a problem. Now that you're a bad boy, you're gonna have to keep scaling up, dude, to get your juices flowing, and it's gonna end in total destruction.
Nah, I'm
Gomez is coming on the podcast in like a couple weeks.
yeah.
I had him on. I didn't know you were beefing with him.
It's okay, dude.
You know? There's no stopping it now. Dude, Lemaire, bro, how is it still up? Take it down.
Yeah, you should have taken it
Take
down.
that down.
Me?
When the authorities got involved, you probably should have taken it down, in my humble opinion.
Bro,
But
you
I'm
need
also
to
a
get-
good boy, so
True.
I'm not thinking like a bad boy.
Good boy, Samaritan, bad boy, wild card. Lemaire, that is such a crazy picture, dude.
That was funny. I took it. I was like, this is good.
They're gonna love this.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
They
crazy.
didn't even react when I called the president a pedophile. They didn't even react like that. That was crazy.
When you call the president, that's drunk wine mom stuff.
Yeah, I was big drunk wine mom on Twitter.
Dude, getting drunk and attacking the president. The fuck, dude?
I just
What are you
talked to my
doing?
grandma.
That's literally, you're an old lady.
Yeah.
This president don't know nothing.
Fucking Greenland.
I'm not off the table for getting Greenland.
Yeah.
Look, I'm like, I don't care if we don't get it, but like, I mean, it doesn't have to be like we're taking it. It's like, yo, team up with us, dude.
Well, it was they're gonna
Yeah, on our team.
They're gonna sell it for or he's gonna attempt to buy for $900 billion.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Price, yeah.
And then
I was thinking about 900 bill for Greenland.
I think it's just to get the Epstein shit.
What do you mean?
That's where they bought the island from. It's like Denmark. Little St. James. They brought it from Denmark.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what people think?
Man. Hey, dude, that's what the internet said.
Dude. So I didn't know. I should Google this, Josh, so I'm not speaking out of turn.
Atias.
Is Atia for real?
I tried to Google it. Nothing came up
Okay.
before.
Look, I don't want to get sued. I just keep. I've heard allegedly that he was Epstein's doctor, which is like
Yeah.
that was from the Spud report.
Spud report.
Spud hit me with that. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, he wasn't. And I've
Spud should make a zine called the Spud Report.
Spud report would be nice. So nothing came up because hopefully that's. I mean, I'm hoping it's not true. That'd be a wicked allegation to toss on somebody.
Yeah.
But man, if that's true,
Yeah.
tough stuff.
Tough look, dude. Yeah.
Tough stuff.
That's
Yeah.
a bad look for sure.
It's like you have a child herpes.
We all have a responsibility to our doctors, Lemaire. Take note, dude.
Yeah.
What about someone guys who goes, oh, I'm that guy's fucking doctor. He's out threatening to shoot up schools. Beefing. They're going to go, wait, you're Lemaire's doctor? They're going to go, what the fuck?
I haven't been to a doctor in 20 years, man.
Really?
Yeah, well,
You're out of the you're out
Maybe
of the
like
patient.
15.
You're out of the patient game.
yeah, I'm out of the patient game.
Being a patient's kind of beta, honestly. It really is. To be like, what's wrong with my
Can
body?
you touch my pee-pee in my nutsack?
Can you check my pee
Can you make sure my pee-pee's okay?
And you gotta lay in the hospital and like shit in a pan. It's like that is so beta, dude.
You used to need a physical for a job, but you don't really need that anymore.
Physical, yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
you're allowed to like.
Also, you don't have a job.
Yeah, the gun to head picture factory. It's basically X.
Yeah, at the online drama factory.
You guys got to do a presidential fitness test for me, Nate, and Sean.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah, I would. You might beat me, dude.
I can't. The mile I'm getting washed, but
What you got? What's your mile
Not very
time?
probably like 10.
10's not terrible,
It's
bro.
like, oh, if I'm walking the whole time,
No, walk's like 23 minutes.
yeah, I'm probably going 23.
I was gonna say I'm like 10. I'm like that's not like the best, but it's not the worst at all.
No, I'd probably jog half a mile and then just like,
So how you gonna beat Louis J. Gomez in a wrestling match at Skankfest?
He's very fit.
I got that kind of stamina.
Stamina.
Dude, if you can't run a mile, that's your stamina.
I can pin him real quick.
That's not stamina. That's a quick defeat.
That's a quick victory. I'm going to pin him.
The Lemaire, I am excited for you in this new venture of just absolute. You're a Sith. You're a fucking Sith. And now you're gonna. I mean, if you beat Gomez, dude, I'd be a little scared if I was Gomez. If you fucking pin him at Skankfest, here's the bet: if you pin him at Skankfest, you have to be I guess you just take his.
It's Lemaire ass podcast.
Lemaire ass. You get Rap just for like 6 months. You get Rap, and you're just the seed of Legionist Gang, so you can have him on. Yeah, that's a fair bet to me. But what if he wins? Now, what do you think he's gonna want? He's not gonna make a soft deal.
No, I'm gonna have to do something fucking gay.
Like tweet about other guys.
Like cry online.
Yeah, like whine online about other guys.
Whining, dude. I'm just,
Now you're sounding like it is.
I just got fed up.
Yeah, you had enough.
I almost talked about their essayer guys.
Pardon me?
Their essay comics. I almost fucking got nasty.
Look, every scene has sexual assault.
Yeah.
Not,
comics.
our guys are from there though.
Lemaire, all scenes have violent sexual assaultants. It's an unfortunate thing about the open mic comedy scene. I swear to God, every time, man, it's just like there's major predators lurking in open mic comedy scene. So if you're a young gal out there, especially, or guy, but whatever, if you're a young gal out there, you want to tell your jokes, just be wary, man.
Look out.
A lot of weird guys.
CBS News reported that Epstein had many dates on his appointment calendar with Peter Attia.
What if he was just trying to get jacked for the young ladies?
I don't know. He's
just showing like 16-year-old girls like, look how long I can hang from this bar. I have a new doctor. I can do this now for 10 minutes.
it was him and Deepak Chopra.
Deepak Chopra.
Yeah, both of them.
Damn.
I'm so sorry. I always get him confused. Deepak is the spiritual guy, or is he the guy to argue with Joe Rogan about COVID?
Self-help guru.
Spiritual guy.
Spiritual guy.
Yeah, I forget the Rogan guy's name. It's similar though.
Flint Dibble.
Yeah. You must sever your attachments to these little girls. These little girls are no good. You will never achieve peace if you keep flying in little girls. Damn, dude, he's like, Deepak, dude, please, I'm trying to meditate right now. So he had Deepak Chopra. This is apparently how Epstein rolled, though. He would get the best of the best, and he would kind of like bring them into his nasty little world. So there's no kind of people saying they did the nasty. He was just his doctor.
No, he was just on his calendar.
He was his doctor. He was just hosing all the little girl juice off him at the end of a hard day.
And that's how Gandhi used to test himself.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Gandhi would lay in bed with his like nieces and be like, not even hard.
Yeah.
Maybe it was all Deepak. It was like, bro, you got to get young chicks down here, stat. You gotta resist them. And Epstein was just like, I wasn't strong enough, master.
Do you know Gandhi was a racist?
How so? Who was he racist against? Black people?
Yeah, the black
Man, that's
people.
fucked up because he was like tapped into like a high spiritual realm.
He lived when Martin Luther King was around, right? Like they
so.
lived in the same time period, and he was like, "Fuck that."
Wait, is this true?
Yeah.
Gandhi said fuck Martin Luther King.
No, he didn't say fuck Martin Luther King, but
He was like, I don't care.
He was like, who cares? Yeah.
Well, that's not being racist. He was probably spiritually detached.
No, he went to like a black church or something. I don't know. I can't remember what my pastor said. He gave me a story about Gandhi, and I can't remember it now.
Your pastor?
It was
The original wild card bad boy. You know who sucks? Fucking Gandhi. God, Lemaire.
Gandhi used it says online, Gandhi used terms like savage, raw, dirty, and troublesome to describe black Africans, viewing them as I don't know. He just said living in nakedness. That's the next thing.
Are you talking about dudes in Africa?
It does say black Africans.
That's when he was in the military.
He was in the Indian military in Africa?
Dude, I watched Indian guys do their military exercise. It was crazy. They loaded up
when they
to
kick?
Yeah, they're swagged out for sure. They're swagged out.
I love it when they do that.
That's just nice, dude.
They're like birds. They do like a little ritual
They do look
dance.
bird-like, and it's also non-threatening.
Yeah.
When you see their military doing those moves, you're kind of like, all right.
You know how we're gonna scare Pakistan? Do a silly dance at them in the border.
I mean, that probably does scare you if you're Pakistani. The Indian bros roll up and fucking... They're like, oh my God. Oh God. Yeah, dude. If they step up to the streets, if they step up to the dirt path on you, dude, that would be fucking terrible.
You should start crumping.
You know something that's crazy that's happening that we're not talking about at all?
Yeah.
Iran is killing its people right
I know.
now. They're fucking going nuts.
I know.
I've noticed on the mothership Instagram, it's just all comments being like, Joe Rogan, please save Iran. Have you noticed that?
No.
No, I got a DM recently about a guy being like, 'cause I think we mentioned Iran. I didn't know they were having all this unrest, but we mentioned them a couple weeks ago. Some guy DM'd me like, dude, if you want the truth about Iran, you have to speak now. Blah, blah, blah. It's all lies. It's not true. But it's like, it's true that a bunch of people are getting killed, but it was like, I don't know. I was taking a shit and I just went. Unfortunately, I'll be honest. It's long. I was like, that's a long message. That's all. That's a really long message.
Long, didn't read.
It's a long message. I hear my wife coming upstairs. I'm taking a fake shit. I got to fucking hide my phone. But I was, I was reading it and I was like, yeah, that sounds like. I remember thinking like, I got to look into that, and I have failed to do so. But yeah, I heard there's like, I think they said probably like 3,500 people
Oh my goodness.
died, and I think there's somebody calling for all the citizens now to like completely rebel and take this guy out. So I'm looking at it from a geopolitical, again, cold geopolitics, 10 years into the future. I'm not saying this is America's fault, but I do think America is busting major moves. Iran was talking shit about America.
Seems that way.
Venezuela.
What the hell happened? Now all of a sudden their entire population's flipped against the leader, and we're going to get an America friendly guy. And I'm not even saying that in like a negative way. I've accepted the fact that I live in an empire, and like every like 40 years we have to just,
Expand.
do horrible, terrible things. And maybe America's not at the cause of this, but it is funny. They were like talking tons of shit, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking, everyone's rebelling against this guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, same with Venezuela. That guy was just, apparently no good drug dealer.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, who just happened to have a bunch of oil.
But yeah, there's major moves, man. The tectonic plates, man, are certainly shifting.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The politics, politicals.
What do you think I was saying?
I thought you meant like a natural disaster type thing, like the actual tectonic plates, because they are always shifting.
They are always shifting. Never forget. But no, I think, I mean, I'm hoping after all this hullabaloo.
Yeah.
I keep reading it. 2030 is supposed to be like a golden age. So
If we beat AI in 2027,
we're not gonna beat it. It's a fucking. It's like it's not an adversary. I really don't believe
it's
this,
the Antichrist, dude.
dude. He can barely compile notes.
But that's by design.
Please,
It's to trick
please,
us.
dude. It's literally just compiling notes.
But it's like to trick us. I don't know.
Into what? Have it compiling notes?
No, to trick us into thinking it's like a friend. And that it's like human and that it messes up. It doesn't mess up.
Ain't no friend.
It
of
doesn't
mine.
have to mess up. That's programmed into it.
Dude, my phone fucking messes up.
Yeah.
There's like billions of dollars into making this thing. But yeah, like, come on, man.
Google Gemini is hopeless. You'll never get a right answer out of Google.
What's Google Gemini do? Also, they botched the name.
Yeah.
Gemini's crazy. Like, let me check out Gemini.
Yeah.
Grok, obviously, that sounds like. Let me talk to Grok. Sounds like a Norse
He
god.
plays football.
Grok. ChatGPT is like pretty friendly. Gemini's
is,
Google fucked. Didn't they say that Gemini was supposedly like took a big leap forward and is now a good one?
Maybe, but I don't know. You could like Google like, are the Eagles playing tonight? And it'll be like, yes. Like it's just wrong. It's just always wrong. Especially whenever I always Google, if I Google sports stuff, it's always wrong.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which seems like the easiest thing to get right.
Yeah, it's pretty matter of fact.
For a super
build
smart
AI.
computer.
Yeah, Google forces Gemini on you pretty much. Where it's
Yeah.
like everything you Google, it's like, here's the Gemini response. And
They
it's
all
like,
force AI on us now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's changing the way we
AI,
do
what's
business.
the
If you're like a hardcore office businessman, that would be sick to like sit in your office and be like, it's revolutionizing.
Dude, I noticed that. You ever notice every advertisement is to businesses? It's not even really advertising to people unless it's fast food.
No, what are you talking? What you make a commercial?
Yeah, like they're not really advertising to people unless it's like pills or food.
What else? What commercials have you seen like B2B business sales? I've never seen that in my life.
ZipRecruiter.
Huh?
ZipRecruiter.
Easy.
Okay, so
Really,
ZipRecruiter.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
there's some
it's just
services like
podcasts.
I think you have.
I mean, what
no, I
business
think
is gonna-
ZipRecruiter is the only thing that would ever advertise to basically a business. Every other thing is food, clothing,
medicines.
medicine,
I don't know. I don't know. I've just been getting a lot of business to business ads recently. I don't know what
B2B.
Yeah. Damn,
And
dude.
you're pissed at B2B. You're like, sell me some fucking, sell me something else.
Sell me some shirts.
What are the, I have never clothes ads. I've never. Are you talking about Instagram ads too?
Yeah, I just get business ads. So I'll
Probably know you're fucking cooking, dude.
Yeah, they know you're making moves online.
come on, dude.
They hear you plotting, dude. They hear you plotting. They go, this is obviously a business over here.
I'm just trying to be like NBA Central.
What's that?
It's just
the Twitter
It's a
account?
parody
It's like a fake
NBA
Twitter,
account. I'm just trying to get like that.
What is it? What is it? What
They
does it
just
do?
like tweet like
Just like a
fake
troll.
NBA news.
Oh.
Like there was one the other day. It was like per reports, according to LeBron James teammates, they had a discussion about nothing. It was just like
you want to be the Babylon Lee.
yeah.
So you're I had a period like this in my life where I thought about starting my own version of The Onion.
Yeah.
And I just, you think it's easy, but you're like, this is hard making
Yeah.
up fake news.
Yeah.
You should do one where you say, I'm going to shoot up a school. Just kidding.
Well, I had a sketch idea. It was a school shooter get ready with me. I thought that'd be hilarious. You know the get ready with me videos, but it's just a guy putting guns in his bag.
And just going,
Like and subscribe.
yeah, I don't know, man.
This videos always freak me out because I always think of them setting up the camera and then walking back into the other room and then walking past the camera and then coming back to get the camera and then setting it up outside the house. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
They're walking past it again.
Nah, it's I never thought about that. I get freaked out how they do this. How they go, there's no way you're that excited. Stop, man. And I'm eating my breakfast. Fucking pisses me off. It's like, dude, just let me watch your day in peace, please.
Yeah.
There is something weird about those videos where like I do watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch them too. They're for some reason I enjoy them.
I can't stop watching them.
You like
I'm
the
a
voice?
23-year-old accountant getting ready for lunch.
The most
and I'm like,
boring video ever.
yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm 25 and homeless. Watch me get ready, clean my tent.
Not even that. Like it's just
That
like
would be
guys at a
interesting.
desk job that are like eating yogurt, and I
Yeah.
just watch them eat
What's
their
the-
yogurt and then type on the computer.
It's crazy. There is something satisfying though about like taking a long, monotonous, boring day and getting to see like a very fast version where you almost feel like you worked.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
I don't know what it is, but it's like, oh, this guy's finally done. A
We
hard day at
finished
the
the
office.
shift.
They always also end on set. Like I'm never satisfied at the ending. There's no like. It just is like, and it's like, I don't know.
Always turn off the light.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, nothing. It's like, fuck, man. I don't know why I'm expecting some big climax. It'd be nice to do one of those and slowly kind of pace it out and be like, now it's time to fab.
Honest day in the life.
yeah, really.
And then you're like, this is where you find the OnlyFans link to that.
Stare at my hot coworker for 15 minutes.
Yeah, you never see it. Yeah, none of those guys jerk off. It's weird. All those 24-year-old office workers never once are like, oh yeah, they don't have fucking
Yeah.
fap real quick. So, but yeah, that's it's a good genre.
Yeah.
Great genre.
Get ready with me.
I don't care for the Austin comedy scene. I don't care for the New York comedy scene. I don't care about the LA comedy scene. I've been thinking lately that I'm going to move to Curious Joel. Have you seen Curious Joel?
What's that?
It's a town of 40,000 Hasidic Jewish people in upstate New York, and like 80% of them are below the poverty line, and they all collect benefits. And there's like a guy that's Nick Shirley in Curious Joel right now.
What?
That's where I'm going to go.
Dude.
What's he pointing out? Is it like saying it's a scam?
They're all like taking a lot of advantage of like government benefits and stuff apparently.
Yeah, like 80% of the towns on government benefits is what
Yeah,
they say.
so like they go to the grocery store and they're like, how many people use food stamps here? And there's like a Mexican guy working there and he's like, 100% of the people use food stamps.
It's called
here.
Curious Joel.
Yeah, with a KYRIAS. Yeah, Curious Joel. There's like a guy. It's the same guy that made the video about the India Poop Festival. Did you ever see that video?
I've heard. I didn't see
He
it.
got in
gotta watch
trouble
it,
for it because
yeah.
they like doxed his family. And,
Wasn't
like,
it a real festival though? That's
Yeah,
the thing.
it's
it's like
real.
real,
They throw
yeah.
cow dung on each other
Yeah.
and like roll around in it. And there's like Indian guys in it being like, yes, this is a festival for India poop. There's like a direct quote.
They're just so
from the video.
hyped. They're so hyped.
They love it. And they like put it on their heads and they're like,
Yeah, but why would he? Why, if you're an Indian American guy, Why would you get upset? Like if there was people in Ireland doing some weird embarrassing thing, I'd be like, I don't fucking live there. I don't
You guys
care.
got bog fest. He's
Bog Fest?
He's just drinking, jumping a bog.
We had the goat for a while. That was one
What's
thing
the
they were
goat?
doing, where they just like would chase a goat around. It was like the beginning of
yeah.
spring.
I think they like
Chase a
throw
goat, and kill it.
rocks. They have
Yeah,
a rock throw.
yeah. Now they use a fake goat. I think
Wasn't there like? Don't you guys lumber toss? Or is
Probably.
that Scottish? It just
probably do sick shit like that. So the Indian guys were pissed that
Indian guys were
their poop
pissed.
fest was discovered.
That this guy documented their India poop festival.
Yeah, that's
And,
it's also if you're Indian, your poop fest, everyone, if your poop fest gets like discovered, you just got to roll with it and be like, fucking guys are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Gets real in India. Yeah, we do. They should just own that
We do
shit. That's the
crazy
only
shit
way
like
out.
that all the time.
Yeah, I might throw some fucking poop right now. I'll do crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I don't get it, but yeah, now he's doing like a series on Curious Joel. It's very interesting. I was talking about it on the pod yesterday, but
It also makes sense why so many Indians are doctors, man. Just it's to escape the poop throw. If you get clocked with a turd in the head,
they're like,
right around
I'm
like
gonna
the
wash
New Year.
my hands every 10 minutes for the rest of my life.
Dude, if I got some dung to the back of the head,
Dude, that's
I would study my ass off. Yeah, I would study my ass off to get out of there. We got to get the poop guy on here.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get his address off the internet.
Yeah,
off the
you can
docs.
get his mom's address and reach out to him through her. His name is Tyler Oliveira.
Dude, Nick Shirley's getting Callahan's on his ass.
Why is Callahan on his ass?
They did an interview.
They interviewed, yeah.
I saw the interview. Yeah.
And Shirley started accusing Callahan of like faking the interview, like cutting shit out. Oh. Yeah, he accused him of like cutting the interview so he looked stupid. And
Well, hatchet job.
Yeah, but Callahan's like,
But you see,
no, you're just stupid.
yeah,
Did he put the full thing out?
No, he explained, he was like, we cut out 30 minutes of dead air, and then we cut out when he was stammering and when we asked him to repeat a thing. And that was like another 15 minutes.
If anything, it helped him.
Yeah, he was trying to help him.
normally those people will record on their own too.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he has some proof.
Talking about Super Patriots?
yeah.
Yeah, if you say one mean thing about Nick Shirley, I'm gonna fucking smack
Yeah, I'm not to know. I love Nick
dude.
Shirley.
You guys have fucking balls.
I love
of
Nick
steel,
Shirley.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm switching. I'm back to my right wing grift now. Dude, what he did was so fucking important, dude.
yeah, it is.
But I want to hear about this guy and Curious Joel.
It's so I can't stop watching it. I feel like bad watching it because I like it so much, and I'm like, fuck, why do they keep showing me these videos? They know I like them so much. But it's crazy. Like they're taking advantage of the government benefits.
What's the big story? They're just getting benefits. They're down on their fucking luck.
They're blaming black people. No, I'm sorry. Get out of
none
here.
of them work, right? So like all the men study Torah all day. All the women, like they have on average, I think it's 7 children per household. And the couples don't get married in the eyes of the state; they get married in the church. So then the mothers collect benefits as if they were single mothers for all those children.
Oh.
And it's just that sort of thing. It's similar to the Somalia thing where they're just taking advantage of state benefits.
My auntie did that. That's hood shit right there. You have a bunch of kids. You get on the tax income season. You get like $2,500 per kid.
Yeah. Heard about that.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
So they're just living low and just studying Torah and just like chilling.
Yeah.
Are they still like pooling their money together and doing all that stuff? And like,
Well,
are
that's-
they bossing up at all? Is the
They're
question.
getting
They're
benefited.
getting a lot of donations from like wealthy Jewish people that want to support the community and things like that. And I don't know. I don't want to be like mean or anything, but when you start having 10 kids, sort of sus, It's like,
Sounds like you're attacking welfare queens, dude.
yeah, I guess so. And I don't want to, but it's just funky. It's just, something that's been hitting my algorim lately. I'm not necessarily
Well, if you saw a black
proud of
lady
it.
with 10 kids on welfare, would you say the same thing so
I'd go,
brazenly?
yes, mama. Work, mama.
No, I get your point. It's especially if they have like the curly sideburns and shit.
Yeah, they're like fully,
Full.
yeah. They're
Yeah,
they're
coats,
full
big
Jewish.
pants.
Big
Something
coats,
wrong, that doesn't
big
doesn't
hats.
sit well. That's weird. That'd be like an Amish guy on fucking.
So, exactly. That's what a lot of the comments and stuff are saying.
If I knew Amish guys were taking welfare, I'd be like, well,
They don't pay taxes.
they don't pay taxes.
Yeah,
Amish or
Amish.
wow.
How? How do they get exempt? Are they just all at church?
Religious. Yeah.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Well, I'm religious. Why do I have to pay taxes? You got. I guess you got to prove it though. You got to like dress
The actual
crazy.
Amish. Yeah.
Do they really not pay taxes? Can you verify that? Because now I'm going like, why?
I can't imagine because they make a lot of money, man. Like all the
I know.
you know,
Yeah, they're not like they don't. You're saying they get like
construction
Native American treatment? They're just they're just weird white guys. Why?
They do pay Social Security and Medicare taxes, but are exempt from income, property, and sales tax.
What?
interesting.
Just because they choose? Well, it's probably because they really don't fuck with anything. They don't like fuck with schools.
Yeah, I
have their
guess
own
they're
tax.
not taking.
I
advantage.
actually reverse that. They do pay income, property, sales tax, but they don't pay Social Security and Medicare taxes because their religious
okay,
belief
that's more-
centers on community self-sufficiency.
Interesting.
Dang, Lemaire, you should. You don't go to the doctor. You're post doctor.
I'm Amish.
You're black Amish.
Yeah, I'm black Amish. I'm Pennsylvania Dutch.
So, but so okay, but can you like if you had to rush one of those guys to the hospital? Do they go to the hospital?
Probably have an Amish
I
hospital.
think they sort of get the horse treatment where you just shoot them in the barn.
You just fucking lift their bowl cut up.
Misery. Yeah.
Jedediah couldn't push up the house anymore.
I do love the
We had to put them down.
I do fucks with the Amish as well.
They do go to the hospital if they need surgery or they have cancer or any type of complication like that.
Interesting.
I would Uber Amish guys.
Really?
Yeah. When I was in Lancaster, they were like,
What are they up to?
They're just chilling. I was like, how do you
Where are
do
they
this?
going?
Farm to farm.
How they call the Ube?
They just a phone. They got a phone. When they're 23, they have a phone. I
If they're
guess.
on Rumspringa, I guess.
Were they on Rumspringa or were
I
they?
hope it was a kind of young looking guy.
Damn.
Cool thing about Rumspringa is you could just go for as long as you want. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You could just go off and then come back when you're ready to chill out. Maybe I'll be Amish.
I think it's till you're 23.
I'm going back and forth between Hasidic, Jewish, and Amish. I'm trying to weigh my options.
You want to do Curious Noel or do you want to do Lancaster?
I don't know.
You're trying to bank up. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, trying to get my money right.
You gotta learn how to build a house in a day with 8 guys.
Yeah, it seems a little bit easier to read a book all day than it does to build houses every day.
That's true. The Athenian
Especially a book being like
You're so
fucking
awesome.
rule. You're the man.
You're so awesome. Everyone else stinks. You're just doing that all day.
Oh yeah, no God. Yeah, he likes you. He likes you.
Yeah, I feel bad for bringing it up, but it is interesting. I wish I knew more about it to talk about it. But
I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. You
Yeah.
know, guys, I'll stay tuned for the Poop Man. Poop Man's update. That's dude.
Indian poop to Hasidic Jewish is so funny. It's like, man, these are all my favorite things to watch videos about.
I know. Poop again. I just gotta say, man, if you're an Indian guy out there, I mean, you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, but like, someone accuses you of like poop fest or like cow poop or whatever, just be like, yeah, dude, I love that shit. All you gotta do, and you win right away. Once you start being like, we don't throw poop, it's like, dude, you've fallen right into the white man's trap. It's a tale as old as time. It's literally a solution to all attacks. Is be like, yeah, you're right, dude. I fucking suck.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking piece of shit. I throw poop all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm so smelly and I throw
Fuck, I
poop all the
stink, dude. I
time.
fucking-
Imagine don't throw poop. It looked fun. It looked like a
did
blast.
look really
it,
fun.
looked like a blast.
Was it cow poop?
Yeah.
Oh man,
just a
cow
bunch
poop's
of-
like it's dry. It's not like
it looks like dirt.
yeah, dude. It's like horse poop. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
It was a bunch of mud.
But it's crazy. They're all in like their undies and they're just rolling around in it, and
It's
throwing
awesome.
it at
It looks
each
fun
other.
as hell.
It's getting in their mouths.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
They're having so much fun.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's
They're having so much fun at the Indian poop.
look at all that poop.
That's a big
Cow pat conflict. Yeah, dude. You guys are throwing some cow poop around.
I would love to go to the poop festival.
I
not
mean,
even bothered.
It looks
is it? I don't think it's even that bad. We have to
name's
deal with
Minaj.
coronavirus. Okay. Other viruses. Okay, so
they're strengthening.
we believe
their
we
immune
won't get any
system.
infections from the cow dung. I mean, maybe not. Maybe you might get fucking diarrhea for a couple of weeks. But honestly, what's a little diarrhea in India, dude? You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck?
It's just some water.
Yeah.
Gives a fuck. I'm on their side. I think the cow dung
I
festival's
think
nice.
I'm on kind of their side too. It looks so fun.
When it's poop throwing, I'm thinking it's human turds.
No.
Yeah.
Which I'm going, that's wild.
Yeah.
No, it's just big. It's pretty much like fertilizer.
Yeah.
You know, like dirt.
Dirt.
Yeah, all of our food comes through. We eat. The food comes through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little on your face, dude. Throw some
Some
at
at your buddy.
your buddy.
Now you get a good beard that way. Put some poop on there.
They
Fertilize your beard.
don't have snow either, so maybe that's like they build a poop man.
There's got to be a beast who just like drops it out of his own butt.
Angels in there.
Damn, you put on your fucking clothes. You put on your poop gear. Go outside.
All of them just skiing down a big pile of poop.
When you put it that way, it's so funny.
I feel bad for
It's
the
Black
Indians.
Diamond Poop Mountain.
The Indians, yeah, the brown diamond. I do feel bad for them because, like, that's sort of like the stereotype about them, you know, like they're stinky and, like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're an Indian American, you probably have to deal with that in school all the time.
For
you know,
sure.
Like, I know I have friends that had to deal with that constantly, like Indian dudes. And then when that comes out, that is pretty damning. Like, you know,
It sucks.
But
It's
you do
like
have
when you
to own it.
see
You're kind of-
Curious Noel, you know? You go, oh, this is exactly what my mind needed to
like
continue
the
down this
tunnels-
path.
the tunnels and stuff. You're going, oh.
That sucks. Yeah, if you're Indian, you're already fighting that battle. You're putting on the cologne. You're going, actually, guys, I don't smell.
Yeah.
Actually, the food we cook does smell good. Stop saying it smells bad. And then you get hit with the poop ceremony. It's like, fuck.
Poop ceremony's tough.
Putting on cologne.
Again, what I gotta do? Maybe I do fucking stink.
Yeah.
I would like if I was Indian, I would go so natural, and I would just that'd be like a powerful presence. I would go into a room and like fuck it up. You know what I mean? In like a good way.
Who farted?
I would take it back. I'd be like a lady with armpit hair. You know what I mean?
True.
I appreciate their ability at slapping. They're fucking top 10
Oh
slappers.
yeah, when they do the belly slap,
Yeah.
they have fun stuff in India.
I'm telling you, it's on my bucket list. I want to go to India. A lot of people are like, I don't want to go. I would love to go to India.
Get diarrhea.
Yeah.
I think I've talked about this before, but I went down like a rabbit hole of just like travel vloggers, just being like in India with like their GoPro, and they're like, man, this place fucking sucks so bad. Never come here. Like, there's so many videos like that on YouTube.
Dude,
Like,
what did Baki say? Because he was in India for like a
Who the heck is Baki?
Tom Bachman.
oh, Tom Bachman.
Yeah, our brother.
Why'd you call him Bach?
That's what I call him.
Tom Bachman was in India. Yeah, his sister I think was in the Peace Corps or something. He didn't say he hated it. I think he liked it, but you know he's kind of like a hippie guy. So
Yeah.
It is
You
more
liked
for
it.
hippies. If you're like an average Joe going, there's no reason to go to India.
Yeah.
his videos were so funny. He would take a picture of like a cow shitting in like a dirty ass village and be like, "I'm in Indiana." Everybody kept saying he was in Indiana. Like, live from Indiana.
Dude, I caught a nasty pathogen in my mouth recently. I've been making potions with my daughters. We'll go out and we get like a bucket of water and we just put all kinds of fucked up stuff in there. And we'll get like soap. They had these like bath pop rocks that you put in there and that fucked their skin up. So I was like, we'll just like make a potion out of these. So we'll drop like chalk, bath bombs, sparkle bath stuff, and then just like weird berries and I remember I used to do this when I was little. It was actually kind of fun.
I'd put soap and stuff. In
Yeah,
like
make a
cup.
wicked brew.
Very wicked brew, dirt, everything. And they like had these little ladles and they pick it up and put it in another thing. And my daughter had it and she went like that and flicked it. And dude, it just went right into my fucking, I caught the potion right to the mouth and I was like, fuck. I was pissed. And it was like the container had been left outside. So the container itself was like a mildewy. Yeah. It was like a complete mildewy mess.
I was looking at it. I was like, "What is it?"
That was evaporated just like shit from the fucking potion.
From the brew.
The potion evaporated into a concentrate. So I have like a concentrated goop that I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, I got to throw it out, but I can't throw it out.
Yeah. What if it turns into life, dude? Yeah, your DNA was the last thing it needed.
True. It's like 6 pounds of melted chalk. And there was another, what else? Oh yeah, there were like bath bombs. We kept putting those in there.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy if when it went in your mouth, it worked.
True.
You grew like 5 inches or something. You should have pretended for the girls. Have been
Still
like,
the same
I'm
old
so
me."
strong.
I'm a werewolf now.
Still the same old me. Yeah, it had to be something this morning. They made me be some sort of like animal this morning. I was a lion.
Yeah.
I had to be a lion this morning. They're like, Dad, you be a lion because they have walkie talkies and they like come and check on me and like just like monitor my whereabouts. And And I was like on the carpet, just on all fours. And Matilda came to me and started like doing dog play.
Yeah.
And I was kind of, they're like, it was like 6:30 in the morning. And I was like, dude, this is actually kind of sick. We are. Like, I'd be like, guys, you see me? I'm playing with my other lion. And they just like didn't give a fuck. You know, like,
They're like, yeah, we gotta go to school. See you later.
I was like, look, my other lion, my female lion's here. We're playing. This is what lions do. And they're just like, all right, Dad, we'll, they didn't give a fuck at all. I for real was like, dude, this is actually kind of sick.
It's pretty fun. Just having a blast.
I was having a kind of a blast on all fours, just fucking. But did you ever like get like real doggish with a dog?
Yeah.
Like butting heads with the dog and
They freak
everything.
out.
They love that shit. Yeah, as soon as I got on all fours, dude, my dog was just like ran right over. Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? The hell do you think you're doing? They probably are like, we're gonna eat my food now.
This is my airspace.
How the hell did you get down here?
Your face belongs up there.
Why are you where your knees usually are?
Yeah, my dog is probably like, holy fuck, you're finally becoming a dog. This is sick.
It's like it's about
the potion
time.
work?
The potion.
Maybe it did. We did have, probably had some dog hair in there. That's probably all we need.
Hair of dog.
Yeah, we do a witch's brew. I collect all the spiky leaves. That's the thing. I'm like, I'm gonna collect the spiky leaves. They're like, we need more spiky leaves.
That's awesome.
It's nice. And I'll sit down. I like sat down and started checking emails. Like, you gotta collect spiky leaves. It is fun. The potion's nice. That's as your kids get older, you have to do more and more things. And I'm potion making. Me and my cousin used to make potions because he wanted to kill his neighbor. He'd always be like, I'm gonna have her drink this and she's gonna die. And we would find like the most poisonous berries and mix them with dirt and water. We'd work on it like nonstop. Yeah. I didn't want her to drink it. I never wanted it, but he hated her. And he's like, oh, she's going to drink this potion and die.
I just remembered I used to make potions in the toilet, but it wasn't like in hopes to make a potion, but like I just remember this, and my mom probably, God bless her, because she would like play along with it, but I would like pour a bunch of like shampoo in the toilet and be like, Mom, I'm so sick. Like, I think I just have to like hang out today or something like that. She'd be like, okay, well, we'll check it back in later. And it's just like shampoo in the toilet. I'd be like, I just threw up. And she'd be like, oh, sorry.
You would fake throw up.
Yeah. I would just pour like shampoo and like body wash into the toilet.
And then you just stand and
Like,
look at it.
something's wrong, Mom. I don't know what happened. She'd be like, oh no. Well, we'll see. We'll give you some medicine and check in on you. Meanwhile, she's probably like,
Fake barfing. She's crazy.
She's just laughing.
yeah, she's doing the. She
have
put the shampoo in the toilet again. I totally forgot about that.
You have a sudsy toilet.
Yeah, And
That's a
then
fun game.
When I was older and I started smoking weed, when I was like, you know, not older, but I was like 14 or something. I remember I used to pour like products in the sink because for some reason I thought that would like help mask the smell. So I'd put like nail polish remover in the sink.
Oh,
And it would just smell like gross weed in the bathroom.
such a funny move. Like, I got to be low key and just acetone through your whole life. Just flammable liquids.
Corroding your pipes.
Yeah,
I didn't start smoking weed till I was an adult, so I never like really worried about hiding it.
Really?
I used to get in trouble a lot.
Yeah, I was like, in my house, if I got caught smoking weed, the fabled punishment was 1 year.
1 year what?
Grounded. You can't
For a
go
whole
anywhere
year?
for 1 year. Yeah, that was the deal. If I got caught smoking weed, and I would come in high all the time, I would risk it. That would have been like a 10-year prison sentence. One of the years in high school, you couldn't go anywhere.
you're
I did a
good.
month, and months seemed like crazy.
Yeah.
Drinking was a month, weed was a year.
That's not fair.
Yeah, that's
I know, it's kind of fucking bullshit.
It's kind of bullshit.
Now my parents don't give a fuck. I'm like, damn, you really would have grounded me for a whole fucking year?
That was always the threat, but I don't know. I remember once I got caught smoking weed when I was like 16, and my dad caught me, and then I was supposed to go see Joey Coco Diaz later that night.
What?
And then he let me still go to Joey Coco Diaz,
That's nice.
but then I had to be grounded for like a month after that, probably.
How did he catch you red-handed, or did he catch you with
Yeah,
the...
because he was a policeman, so like he would come home all the time when he was supposed to be at work, and his bathroom, him and my mom's bathroom had a window in it, so I'd take like one hitters out the window.
Of their bathroom?
Yeah, because I was the only one with a window in it. So I had to run the shower, pour the chemicals down the sink, turn on like the fan in the bathroom, and then out of nowhere he came home and he was like, "What the fuck is going on in my bathroom?" And he just opened the door and was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I was like, "Please let me go see Joey Coco D."
How old were you?
I was 16 because I would have to show my learner's permit to prove that I was 16 so I could get into the Stress Factory. I would go to the Stress Factory all the time.
That's so funny.
Saw Colin Quinn there too.
So did he take your chillum?
Yeah, I think it was like a contraption. I used to be really into making contraptions too. So I would take like one of his sockets from the garage and like put it in like a can. I had a wiffle ball for a while. I think he took the wiffle ball that time.
So you're blazing out of your father's tools?
Yeah. I would always blaze out of
A lot of the kids
sockets.
of cops I knew were giant stoners.
Yeah, that's what, like, they were all always bad kids, like, because
Yeah.
you know they couldn't get in trouble. That's what my dad was trying to avoid, and for the most part, he did a good job. But one time we got caught in the woods, and he had to come pick us up. We didn't get in trouble though, which was nice.
He's feeding the monster.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
So I remember that. It's like, yeah, because I guess that's what it is. I remember guys who, like, a lot of guys would sell drugs whose dads were cops. They were kind of like,
I was never that bad.
naughty boys.
Yeah, I was always a pretty good boy.
And did your dad like sit you down and explain to you why he didn't want you smoking weed, or was it just like, no, you're not allowed to do this?
Not right. I can't remember him explaining it. It was kind of like, no, that's bad.
Yeah.
I'm a policeman.
Did he ask you where you got it?
No, I don't think so. I don't really remember. But I had been caught a lot of times. So by the time I was like 17, they kind of gave up on
They're
me.
like, fuck it.
Yeah.
My parents just smoked in the house.
Yeah, but my dad couldn't. My dad couldn't. And then we smoked the last time he smoked and the first time he'd smoked in like 27 years was with me on the beach a couple years ago, and he freaked the fuck out.
Did he really?
He's like, I'm so thirsty. I don't know why I'm so thirsty. I feel so weird. And I just put on the Talking Heads and we just chilled. And I was just like, he's like, get me a beer. And I was like, nah, man, you need a Diet Coke. Because it's either beer or Diet Coke for my dad. He doesn't like water. And he's like, nah, I want a beer. And I was like, Dad, dude, trust me, you need a Diet Coke. And then he drank the Diet Coke and he went to bed. My mom was really mad at me, though.
Why? Because you gave him
She's
weed?
like, why'd you give your dad pot?
What was it like watching your dad spin out from the
He was pretty chill, but he was keeping it in.
Yeah.
And my aunt was with us too, his sister, and she tried to run into the ocean.
What?
Yeah.
She
was
got
like,
John
I want to go
Blaze.
swimming, and then we had to be like, no, you can't go swimming. We got to go home.
Dang.
And then we all kind of just chilled and on the back porch. And
I mean, there is a silent epidemic of geezers crushing edibles, dude. A lot of
my
geezers.
mommy likes the gummies.
Yeah.
She likes more of a CBD heavy gummy, but
Yep.
she likes them.
Yeah, the geezers, it's funny because a lot of them party, they're done, they're retired, they're partying, and they're at the beach. You get a lot of geezers are like, yeah, dude, these weed edibles are my shit. And then they have one night where they bug.
Yeah.
And the bug out at like 65 must be fucked, dude. You've had heart surgery once.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like, you have like multiple friends have died of cancer. If you get that high at 65, it
Yeah, I
must be
didn't
like,
even
bro, I
think about
definitely
that.
have cancer. Fuck. Definitely have cancer. My heart's going to explode. My heart's stitched together.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's got a bad colon.
Does he have a bad colon?
Yeah,
You just think about your butthole. And you're like, at 65, it's like,
I know.
You're close.
Yeah, all that considered, he was pretty chill.
Yeah, that's
He's
pretty
kind of
good.
like, man, my feet feel weird. We were walking on the beach. He's like, man, it feels weird. I just feel weird. That's kind of all he kept saying. And then he was like, I'm so thirsty.
how much did he blaze?
We just smoked a little J. Him, me, and my Aunt Kathy.
Your badass Aunt Kathy.
Yeah, she's the fucking best.
Damn,
Shout
that's
out Aunt
awesome.
Kathy.
Shout out
That's
Aunt
sick.
Kathy.
She lives in Canada. She's always puffing strong.
Yeah, seeing my dad blaze if seeing him like struggling with the blaze, it would be kind of funny, honestly.
It is awesome. He was pretty chill. I have a photo framed in my bedroom of. I wish I could find it quickly, but it's me and him on the beach, and my Aunt Kathy took it, and he's like. I have it in my room. He's coming to chill in a couple of weeks. He's
That's
coming
nice.
at the end of the month.
My mom's coming to chill too.
Oh, they should hang out.
Got to parent trap them.
That'd be nice.
We could be fucking brothers, dude.
My dad's married.
whatever. While in Austin, dude.
Get our parents in a polycule together.
Yeah, you can be Lemaire's mom could be your dad's play partner. There's play partners and there's anchor partners. Your mom's the anchor partner.
Yeah.
I see.
And Miss Lemaire is the I was researching like poly couples recently because I wanted to see if there's a case where someone gets dumped by like all of their lovers in like 1 week, and it happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, you'll have your anchor and like 2 play partners, and both your play partners and your anchor within like 3 days will all fucking dump you. You'll get triple dumped.
Damn.
So that's one of the things where you're like, oh yeah, we can do whatever we want, but getting triple dumped,
That's a suicide.
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah.
Triple
You
dumped
gotta
amongst
find a
people
new
who are like,
apartment.
yeah, we got to be accepting.
Yeah.
And then they're like, sucking your penis and stuff. And they go, "Pugh."
Yuck.
All three. 2 play partners, 1 anchor.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, my play partners I could see. If my play partners dumped me, I would say, oh, there's other play partners out there. But my anchor, dude, my anchor and my play partners.
There's plenty of anchors in the sea.
True.
Having your anchor dump you while you have sex with your play partners would be like fucking sick.
So bizarre.
Any of you want to be my new anchor?
Sucks you gotta like, it is just cheating. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, you have a main girlfriend and you have ones you play with. You're cheating.
Got side hoe.
But I tell her, which again, it's like, I was talking to my brother Tom about this. That whole idea of a cuck, you know what a cuck queen is?
Yeah.
Women who want their husbands to fuck other women.
Yeah.
Like it's like a cuck, but they get off on men or women who fuck their husbands. So it's reverse. It's like, I don't think it's real. I was like, show me where that's actually real.
Show you some vids.
They're videos though. They're vids.
Those are pretend.
They're vids, but it's like in real life, like, that's my brother's argument. All kink derives from some sort of biological kind of basis. And like, how would it serve a woman to see her husband fucking other chicks?
Mm.
You know?
She could be a voyeur.
More kids to help you with woman stuff, maybe.
Women hate other women's kids.
Yeah, true.
I
don't know.
I'm joshing. Yeah, I guess so now that I say it out loud, I guess the same thing if a guy is paying guys or whatever, like Diddy, to bang his wife.
Yeah, I don't see why that would. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cuck.
It's cuck.
Yeah, for sure.
But cuck's alpha. Cuck is alpha.
I disagree.
I disagree,
Cuck is
bro.
alpha. Dude, cuck's the most alpha shit possible.
I don't know,
Think
man.
so?
Just going, yo, handle that.
True. I got
Handle
more
it.
important shit to do.
I mean, look at, dude, Diddy was, you hate him or love him, he was fucking alpha. Diddy was alpha
Yeah,
as fuck.
true. I guess so.
He was gay alpha.
Yeah. There's a lot of, I mean, I don't want to throw smut out there, but there's a lot of gay allegations about Will Smith. We were just talking about Will
I
Smith.
seen that. Diabolical one, dude. Leaving, again, this is all allegedly, but leaving the HIV meds. Go and take 2 of these. I'll catch you later.
Jesus, I didn't hear about that.
That's
I heard
the,
about
that's,
like the
that's alleged.
violinist or something.
What else
that
is
the
there?
same
Yeah, that was the
story?
guy.
Oh, okay, I didn't.
He left a basket in his room being like, I'm about to come through and smash, and left like some water bottles and HIV meds.
Yeah.
Can you Google that to make sure I'm not full of shit?
Like prep.
Some prep. Yeah, which is like, bro, that's fucking crazy, bro.
I didn't know Will Smith.
Take some HIV meds. I'll come through in a minute.
Yeah.
Smash you out. Yeah, Smith is. I mean, here's the thing, though.
nuts.
It's like, are these things going to gain traction? And it's like, unless somebody sues, this lawsuit's what kicked it off for Diddy. Everyone was talking about that forever.
Chris Rock's going to make the Will Smith gay documentary. He's going to hit him with the...
That would be sweet,
interesting.
sweet revenge. What'd it say?
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah, it was the violinist Brian King Joseph said that he had left that, in, like you said, in his hotel room.
What'd he leave him? Like a little wedding package kind of thing?
The HIV medication in hotel room along with other items.
Damn.
Freaky bowl.
And dude, taking out a violinist is like high level. That's elite gay. Watching a guy shred a violin and be like, I'm going to take that guy's cheeks.
He diddled the fiddler.
Oh, and wipes.
Wipes?
Wipes and a
looking
bottle
at
of
you.
Clean
HIV
yourself
medication.
Oh, you better wipe.
Yikes.
Why is this violinist saying that about fucking one half of the Bad Boys?
Yeah. That's how you're going to be, bro. If you keep being bad.
Wait, so did
Mark
Will
Morris.
Smith come through and smash his cheeks, or he just got the basket and was like, yeah, what the fuck, Will? Why'd you leave me a cheek smash basket? It's also well thought out. Wipes,
Yeah.
HIV meds.
Yeah, it's an experience basket. You know, he's had this basket before.
It's like when you get Tylenol at the wedding. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You Tylenol and like electrolytes.
It says he was shamed and fired from the tour that he was on.
Oh.
The violinist?
The violinist. He was on tour in Vegas in March of 25 when it happened.
Wait, so he was on tour with an orchestra and was like, dude, Will Smith tried to fuck me last night, and they fired him?
And they shamed him and fired him.
Dang.
It's a French conductor being like, you would never say a thing like that about Will Smith. Will Smith would never take your ass. Get out of my orchestra
Bro,
pit.
they went gay, fired.
I don't know. Yeah, not in the orchestra.
I don't know, dude. Orchestra bands are pretty straight usually.
And the letter was signed by Stone F.
Stone F?
Yeah, that was the name.
That was the name of the guy who Will Smith allegedly tried to...
No, with the note, there was a note left on there. Brian, I'll be back. Just us.
Stone F.
Signed Stone F.
Is that
What
his
the fuck?
alias?
Why is he saying...
Maybe
yeah, what the hell?
You should ask, is Stone F Will Smith's alias?
Well, how the hell are they going to know? The whole point of an alias.
Yeah. The Google-
Gemini just goes, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Gemini.
Ask me something else. Would you like to know more about Will Smith's sexual?
Will Smith was singing. What was it? How'd that song go? They just put out. It was like, I love pretty girls.
Yeah. I love pretty.
I didn't hear him talking about celloists and shit, so maybe he's maybe he's right.
I love
Obviously pouring his heart and soul into his art. Yeah, that yeah, I don't know. That one was it only one against Will Smith, the celloist,
That's all I saw.
the violinist.
But there's a bunch of NDAs though, you know?
The NDA shit's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I could have you guys sign an NDA and just fucking like grab your penis through your pants. You guys can't tell anyone.
I guess.
Or else you have to pay me $50,000.
I guess. I
think
don't
so.
really know.
The
how that
NDA
works.
makes no sense. If it's like proprietary company information, like
Right.
okay. But to be like,
sex
well, yeah, I
NDA.
fucked him, but I made him sign an NDA, and now he can't do anything.
Yeah, but there's also like a time period, right?
Is there really?
I think they expires or whatever the word is.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, the first girls that started fucking Derek Jeter are talking now. They're talking about how he would give them like a gift bag at the end of sex.
Yeah, I remember that. Didn't he like sign a baseball for him and stuff?
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
That's just sick. Yeah, that's like a. Okay, so you can delay people 10 years. So I could get an NDA. I could literally finger both your guys' butts. And 10 years from now, when
just
Lord
hope we
willing, I'm
forget about
retired,
it. Yeah.
you guys would be like, you actually fingered my butt. And I'd be like, well, that's old news.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so, dude.
The freaking celeb sex stuff is always so weird. Like the Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
like where listen to MGMT as he's getting sucked off or
Heard
whatever.
that. Or just having like a staff handle sexual
Yeah,
encounters
like your
is weird.
assistant needs to print out something because
Yeah.
you're going to get laid. You're like, can you do the paperwork for me on this piece of pussy?
That's the whole Bill Cosby stuff, right? It's like you had a whole team of people like putting them in his room so he could take care of them.
I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Well, I think there was also he was giving people the date rape stuff.
Yeah. But
Then-
after his
so
team
you'd,
sent him
you'd
to
have
the
your
room.
assistant like keep an eye on that lady.
Yeah.
I just spiked her drink. I
Yeah.
need you to somehow deliver her,
Yeah.
get her into my room. Because there'd be other guys out there being like, "Oh, look at this."
What happens to his
Stunned lady.
assistants in that case? Like, to the people that assisted him in that, are they in jail too?
No.
Interesting.
I think they just cut the head of the snake.
Yeah,
'Cause they probably rolled. They probably rolled on old Cosby, on old Huxtable.
yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
take
I
the
guess
deal.
so. What's he up to right now? Is he still in the Stony Lonesome?
I
It's
think
just now
he's,
he's
I
out
think
of
he's on the
jail.
grind, bro.
Yeah.
I heard. I have it on good word. He's touring quietly.
He has a secret Netflix special that nobody's seen.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
What's
gonna
it
be on
called?
Kill Tony next week.
I think it's called like 81 or something because it was the age he was when he made it. Then Hannibal Buress got him in trouble before that. And then he, yeah.
Oh, so he had filmed the Netflix special before.
Well, like before he went to jail, he filmed a Netflix special and then they like shelved it.
What are they gonna do with it?
I don't know. It might be called 77, but I would like to see it.
I like to say, just similar to like Louis' movie.
Yeah.
That was a good
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Love You Daddy. It was a good movie.
Maybe they could.
77.
Maybe they
yeah.
can. They probably have to release it posthumously. Because then it's like I don't know if he's dead, they can release it and
He's
be like,
not
guys,
going to die
he's
for 20 years.
Oz?
Yeah, he's going to live to 100. He's gonna outlive me.
He does look like he could live forever. He's
Yeah.
got a face that's like old.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now he has so much spite,
Yeah, he's probably pissed.
Think he's pissed?
for sure.
That he got jammed up?
Yeah, he probably thought he'd never go to jail.
He
Yeah.
might be cussing.
Oh,
He might finally be cussing.
that must have felt so good when he finally was let go and was like, shit. Just a 40-year, just it probably went on for like 10 minutes. You can't, as a black man, you can't hold your sheet in.
Too long, dude. 40
Take a
years is
sheet.
crazy.
40 years, dude. Got into jail, they slammed the bars on him. Ain't this about some bullshit? Had him in the hole.
40-year shit. Dude,
Poor Kaz.
that video of him going. It's the funniest shit ever.
I don't know. I mean, Diddy's still in jail.
Yeah.
Cosby's out. R. Kelly's in. When's R. Kelly getting out?
I don't know. I
Right,
saw the
soon.
funniest
R. Kelly
video.
doc's next, dude. I didn't think about that. The
Yeah,
Diddy went
Wasn't
crazy.
there one already?
He made an album called I Admit It.
In jail.
in the-
Yeah.
Then people try to say that was fake, but yeah, that's
It was real.
was it really?
Yeah, I listened to it. It was pretty nice.
Wasn't there not already an R. Kelly? I might be thinking of the Michael Jackson doc.
I think there was an R. Kelly doc.
Really?
Yeah, Surviving R. Kelly.
okay.
Yeah.
And that was his whole thing was that. Well, there were some teens, I think.
Yeah.
And he had ladies in
Yeah,
dog
he-
cages.
He forged her birth certificate. I think.
Who, Aaliyah's?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
I'm pretty.
Her parents were like okay with it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he like
I don't know.
fully courted Aaliyah. She was young, but he like, you know, he at least was somewhat of an old school gentleman about it. Went to the parents, asked for the hand in marriage.
Yeah. But all of his songs were like, because he can't read, right? So all of his songs were actually his real experiences. Like, you know, like Bump and Grind and I Believe I Could Fly. Like, he actually made songs about shit he actually believes. You know?
But what does reading have to do with that?
There, dude. Stick to nasty tweets, dude. I see what you're saying, but then I Believe I Could Fly kind of sunk your hypothesis.
No, I mean, dude, R. Kelly's dumb as a brick. I bet
I heard he can't read. That I heard he can't
I
read
bet
for
you
sure.
he thought I Believe I Could Fly.
You're saying he could not take in any outer experiences through books to like come up with other ideas. It's just about bumping and grinding. Thinking, he does believe he can fly. That's,
Yeah.
You don't need to read a book for that.
Yeah, everything's from his real life experiences, you know? Like Ignition. This is the remix to Ignition.
True.
I've been fresh out the
Fresh
kitchen.
out the kitchen.
He probably just got right out the kitchen. Was like, remix, we gotta make this shit. You know? Like,
Freaking. I saw the
that's- I
funniest
see the
video
point.
of him the other day.
What was it?
It was like an Instagram thing. I might have sent it to
Is
you.
it the
guys.
button up wife beater?
I don't know, but that's
Button up wife beater is
crazy.
so fucking funny. Button up wife beater. Like this man should be in jail.
That's what the cat video was on.
Was he doing the orchestra for feel? It was like feeling on your booty, but he had like a whole orchestra being like feeling on your booty.
yeah.
Maybe it was a similar clip, but this one was like him, like it was like super good sound design of him like ripping off a woman's pants. So he's like, and then the speakers are like, and it like makes a sound, and then it goes, zip, and it like makes a zip, and it goes like, it was so funny.
Yeah, I mean, he was a god. There it is, the button up wife beater, dude. Crazy. Yeah, the R. Kelly hole is so fucking funny, man. When they go back to see the shit he was doing back on his tours, dude, do the R. Kelly opera. That's one
Trapped
of
in
the
a closet.
not that. He does a live opera. I
Yeah.
think of "Feeling on Your Booty" or one of the songs, and he has a whole like orchestra swelling. And he's like that boogie. He goes like, and he's like a beautiful singing voice. So
Yeah.
he's going like full operatic, just like
On your boo.
your boogie. Yeah, yes. Oh, this is it. But I didn't even know about the one. The zip down is.
Yeah, I bet you I could find it real quick.
happened
I
to
was
my
just
life?
sending it. Oh shit! You went out.
Shit went out. That's all right.
Did it unplug?
Doesn't look like it.
It's all good, bro. Sometimes the sensors don't come on for you.
You should,
Hey,
you should be
we're
red
on
right now.
parallel sensors right now. Fuck. But yeah,
You
well,
should
guys,
be red, Lemaire.
I think we did it, man. Oh, by the way, I have a new book for Patreon.
Oh, hell
I have a
yeah.
new one. It's a continuation of the Conquistador saga, but
Yeah.
on the Amazon. I tried another book, and it was the one about whatever his name is, Hodorowski.
yeah, it's real.
Jodorowsky.
Dude. It was too far out. It wouldn't have made sense. But the next one, it's nice, and also it's cool because like you have knowledge from the other book that comes into play for this one, so you
Yeah.
start feeling like a true scholar.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guys are all about to level up, dude.
Yeah,
It's gonna be crazy,
I am a conquistador.
pretty much. Is that the R. Kelly? Oh yeah. Oh no. That's good.
Yeah, it's funny. Sorry.
Well, dudes,
That's good, Kels.
thank you very much. Lemaire, good luck. Good luck on your bad boy streak.
Yeah,
Wishing you the best.
it's almost over.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do after that? Are you gonna go
I'm
peacemaker?
gonna be a good guy. I'm gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna be a good guy, but I think
I'm
I'm
a
gonna
very
AI
good
save a
bad
baby
boy.
from a fire or something.
I don't know if that's gonna work, man.
I think it'll work.
You gotta save Lewis from a fire,
True. Or be nice.
Yeah, this
or
poor
just say
rattlesnake.
sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, be nice.
I'm not saying sorry.
say sorry and be
He's
nice.
he's been a.
He's
filthy
gonna be
piece of
here.
shit.
You have 2 weeks. He's gonna be here.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna yell at each other.
Well, something to look forward to.
Yeah. Little screener copy. Honestly, I said I'm not just fluffing you. I thought it was one of the best things I'd watched in a really long time. So, the man who saves the world. That's it.
Yeah,
Question
yeah.
mark. Not
Yeah.
the man who saves the world. No question mark. That's about a guy who didn't drop the nuclear bomb or something.
Yeah, that's another film.
Yeah. Yours is the man who saves the world? Question mark. Which, dude, I swear to God, Brandon, our mutual friend from Rough House, sent it to me, and I was like, all right, and I'm pretty like precious with my time. So if someone's like, hey, do you want to watch this 2-hour thing? I'm usually like, yeah, I'll watch it. But I read the tagline. I'm like, dang, that sounds kind of cool. Dude, one night I saw through it. So congrats on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's 85 minutes because I know that the 2 hours scares people, but
Dude, now I feel like now documentaries are 6 hours.
yeah, it's
The murder mystery doc.
Everything's long. It's
I know, but the murder mystery doc, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to start by it on a negative note, but like, dude, I would really like to move back from the 6-hour twisty murder doc. It's like, I don't need to watch this for 6 hours. Just give me an hour and 20. Hit me with a twist at the end.
I agree. I'm the same way.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
a full
to keep
work
it-
day.
Yeah,
I'm signing up to watch this lady get murdered. It's like, dude, hit me with the facts.
I know.
Give me the
They're
facts.
stretching, They're
Yeah,
stretching.
yeah, true. But no, I thought your documentary was honestly fantastic, and just to like, I don't know, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but just to recap, I try to explain it to people, and I always sound crazy. It's about a guy who, by the guy alone, could have been what's his name?
Patrick McCollum.
Patrick McCollum. Obviously, it could have just done one on that guy alone. His life is crazy. He was a peacemaker, he just does everything. But he got convinced somehow that he was the center of some ancient indigenous prophecy that he was going to, was it save the world or bring everyone back together and thus save the world by saving the Amazon?
That's right. I mean, the second part, yeah. So basically, these indigenous elders from the Amazon came to this guy at like a peace gathering in India, and they said to him, we think you're this guy in our prophecy that we've had for hundreds of years. So different tribes of the Amazon, they all kind of got together and identified this guy and said, we think you're this guy. And initially he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kind of a regular guy. I don't think I'm the guy. And they basically for 8 years kept coming to him and saying, when are you going to come and fulfill this prophecy of ours? You're going to come and unite the tribes of the Amazon and essentially save the Amazon and restore the earth. And after many years, he's just like, all right, like, I guess I'll like do what I can and go down there. And
First of all, that's crazy he was able to fight that off. I would immediately be like, yes. I getting hit with the chosen one is my personal fantasy, so that's crazy he got to live that out. And it's nuts that he was like, no, I'm not. Which obviously you're the chosen one. If you're gonna be like, no, I'm not the chosen one, it's like you're definitely the chosen one.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
he was,
exactly right.
but dude, but then so I'm like, okay, that's first of all, that's like kind of a wild concept. Then you get into that guy's life, and it's like that guy was. I've never even like heard of or seen a guy like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Most talented guy I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what drew me in. Honestly, the prophecy part of it was just, to me, just so bonkers that I'm just like, this guy's a bullshit artist. This is crazy, you know. And I was, incredibly skeptical of it. And then ultimately, first of all, I started doing a lot of research. I hired a private investigator, to look into this guy. He was saying he's best friends with Jane Goodall, and I didn't really believe him there.
I forgot about that. He was buddy with Jane.
Yeah, and then I reached out to her personally and got an interview, and she said this guy's the most fascinating guy she's ever met, and and so obviously that vouched for him. But really, what kind of drew me in was how weird and amazing this guy's life was. He was like the most fascinating guy I've ever met. He was a carny. He was a jewelry designer to, I guess, Ronald Reagan, John Wayne, and Russell Crowe. He was,
Did you say carny at first?
A carny. So he basically at 12 years old, he like joined the carnival for like 4 years because his brother got cut in half.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay.
And his parents
dude,
needed...
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to laugh at his brother getting cut in half, but yeah, his brother got fucking cut in half.
Yeah, and so his parents had to go basically take care of his brother, so he was left kind of on his own at 12 years old. And so what he decided to do was join the carnival. And there he kind of met all these freaks and married a prostitute, which isn't in the film, but and then...
He's like a mythical guy. I swear to God,
it's mythical. It's like Forrest Gump. It's like Zelig. It's like the guy has literally done everything. And so, I just felt like him alone as a character study. I don't know if you sort of like character study movies or documentaries. Just him alone, I knew would be kind of fascinating. And then on top of that, you've got this whole prophecy. You've got, indigenous, going into this sort of indigenous world that, most people have no idea about, and learning about, their wisdom and connection and all that. And then having this guy kind of fulfill this prophecy. It's just like the strangest story.
And you kind of followed him around more so kind of like fact check the guy, which I could pick up on towards the end of the doc was pissing the guy off when you were fact checking him, and he was just like, well, you don't believe me, dude? You don't believe me? I'm the chosen one to save the world. So I don't want to give too much away, but it was, dude, the documentary is fantastic. So how does that work? You like when you want to do a documentary, I guess you just got a hot tip somehow, and then you got to go like, you just follow the guy around. Like, what was it like? I mean, I guess you weren't with him all day, every day. When I see a documentary, for some reason, I imagine you're just like living, eating, and sleeping in the same quarters with the guy. I was gonna say sleep with the guy. You're sleeping in the same quarters with the guy, but it's like you're just kind of popping in, recording, popping out, going back and forth. What is that like after a certain time? Do you guys become like super close, or is it just kind of like all biz?
Yeah, well, everyone is different. I mean, this one I actually really did sleep at his house twice, which was pretty wild. I mean, his house, he's got two places, one in Moraga, California, and one in New Mexico, and they're both kind of really wild. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in this instance, it was kind of on and off, and you just, I was kind of documenting him and following him, but it was really kind of on and off, so I would shoot with him for a few days, and then like, maybe a couple months would pass. I would sort of shape the story a little bit more, then know what, something else is coming up. Then I would go and shoot that, until I kind of, was trying to wrap it all up and say, where is this going? When is this going to end?
How long?
That was actually the most.
And you filmed for how long, you said?
Yeah, about 3 years, on and off.
Dang. So that's got to be nerve wracking, especially if you're filming. And you're like, all right, come on, go meet these guys, go do the stuff. Yeah. How did you handle kind of like trying to keep them on a timeline with that?
Well, I would constantly ask, like, where is this happening? What's happening next? Is the prophecy, going to be fulfilled? Like, because in our culture, we're constantly, we want results, we want, and plus, like, I don't want to be shooting this for like 10 years. Like, I've got other things to do and whatever. So, I would be, putting a little bit of pressure on him about, where is this going? And that was kind of the most nerve-wracking part of this particular documentary that I made, was just that it was so unknown where this was going. And I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you get involved in something, you have just no idea where it's going, and you think you're crazy. Why am I doing this? I couldn't even,
like a marriage or something. Like a marriage.
Like you were saying, it's so hard to pitch. Yeah, exactly.
You have a little idea. No, a project like that would drive me insane.
Yeah,
to not know.
I was literally on the verge of insanity. Like,
yeah, especially because I don't know if you've staked it yourself or you have financial backers. You're doing this, and it sounds awesome, and you're like, "Fuck, dude, come on."
Well, this one I was kind of on my own because, as you said earlier, pitching this story to like Netflix and HBO and places like that. I mean, it's just so far out and so weird. They're not making this kind of stuff.
No, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that before.
And so even going to investors, they just look at me like, "What the hell are you talking about? This is too weird. You're crazy." And so I was kind of on my own at a certain point when I decided to commit to this. I realized that I was kind of going to be on my own here. So that put a lot of even more pressure on financial. Also, like, one of my biggest fears is like wasting my time, I mean, if you spend 3 years of life, like, what have you been doing? You talk to your friends and family, like, well, what are you making now?
It's a tough one to explain.
I'm just like, yeah, this guy, he's in the middle of a prophecy. And they think they're like, dude, you're out of your mind. And you got to go see somebody, And so it's been hard to kind of, but I did see a vision, about this film. No matter how crazy it was, I knew that somehow I could weave all these really interesting things together into something really meaningful and funny and really bizarre. It's like a trip.
Yeah.
This whole thing's like just going into like a psychedelic kind of weird trip, but that also, I think, gives you a lot to think about afterwards.
Yeah, and especially, and again, it kind of does too. And I'm actually reading a book right now, speaking of the Amazon, about the first conquistadors who like sailed or like went down, I guess in a canoe or whatever, navigated the entire Amazon River. And the author went down there because he always likes to visit like the historical sites or whatever he's writing about. And he said the Amazon in particular is like, he's like, it's literally like a magical world. And he's like, there's obviously a lot of it's been like destroyed. But he was basically saying that if we do lose like the rainforest, we're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it like retains moisture. And if you knock down the trees and plant different trees, they don't retain the same amount of moisture, and it gets hotter and blah, 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 blah. But so hopefully it's true. Hopefully he does the thing. Cause it's like, I don't know, again, no spoilers, but I was like, you watch it and you go, maybe he did.
Yeah.
Maybe he did the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was the whole thing. I mean, I would go to these gatherings, where he was essentially uniting tribes of the Amazon, and there would be these sort of smallish gatherings, there'd be tribes from various parts of the Amazon, and well, let's just say about 100 people, and I'd be looking at this, and they'd be doing indigenous ceremonial things with feathers, with fire, and all kinds of things, and connecting with spirits and so on. But from an outsider perspective, you're just looking at this thinking, what the hell am I looking at? This is so weird. This is about saving the world. Is he uniting the tribes here? But then I started thinking to myself, how does any business deal or even Jesus Christ, for instance, when he was doing his sermons and starting out and talking to people, it probably didn't look like anything. It's just him talking to people and doing about some weird stuff. And, no one would have said, this is the guy. He's going to,
that's
this
true.
is happening. Everything happens, even on big things that end up having these ripple effects that huge. They start off really small and they probably don't look like anything that's special.
Yeah. Well, that was,
when you guys started your podcast, it's just you guys in a room, and then it becomes
far from glamorous.
So I'm like, yeah, exactly.
That was the meetups in the hotels where it's just like a 20-person meetup in a hotel convention center. That was kind of that was cracking me up. Yeah. You're just like, bro, wait, this is the big meeting. I will say what I liked about him too is that like he would do those meetings. There, you know, it doesn't look great. There's just a couple people strewn, and he would get out and be like, "That was awesome."
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like,
exactly.
that was what we needed to do.
That's exactly. He's like this insane optimist, and every time I would talk to him, it would just be like, literally, he just did the biggest thing ever, and I'd be like, "Were we at the same place? Like, what is going on here?"
Yeah, no,
I don't know if have you met people like that are just like so positive and so, you know, almost in slightly delusional way, but it becomes kind of contagious and weirdly self-fulfilling.
Yeah, it is. I on my good days, I can kind of do that myself a little bit, but then, you know, I slip all the time. I'll just go anywhere to do a show and be like, this is it. I fucked up. I'm done. I'm going to freak out on stage. I'm going to walk off.
Yeah.
Happens to me like 40% of the time. I'll be in the
Yeah, I
middle
know.
of starting a set and I go, well, I'm going to have to leave and everyone's going to be furious and I'm going to go home. I'm going to move back in with my parents. I'm on stage. This is the first like 7 minutes and I'm like, I'll just move it back in with my parents. It's no big deal. But yeah, I try to persevere. But there is something nice about that, especially now where like, I feel like intense pessimism and negativity is almost like in a way where it's like, it's almost cool to be like, fucking world's ending, dude. We're screwed. Everything's done. It's like, I don't like that stuff, honestly.
Yeah, I don't
You know what I
either.
mean?
I mean, dude, it's such a fight to stay positive, you know,
Yeah.
but it's so important.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean,
Well, it's like, how do you
it's
do it?
everything, dude. And once you start that negative talk to yourself, it's really bad, dude.
And yes, it's literally like the worst thing you can do, but there's nobody, in my opinion, there's like no emphasis put on the responsibility of not being a gigantic bummer.
Yeah.
Because if you ever had like a, you know, I remember having like regular jobs, 90% of the people I've worked with were like massive, just chronic bummers. Every single person I've worked a regular job with shows up and they're like, shit sucks.
Yeah. It's
No
like-
other way.
It's
This
a
is what it is.
cultural thing. you
Yeah.
know,
Just show up and be like, another day here, this fucking bullshit ass place. I hate this place. And you're like, dude, I just got here. Can we just chill a little bit? So yeah, I mean, I wonder what people would need though, because I don't know. I feel like without religion, I don't know what else could possibly stoke somebody day in and day out like that. You know what I mean?
It's somehow a mindset. I mean, even like, you know, making documentaries, it seems like the greatest thing ever. Oh my God, you get to tell that story and this one and that one. But on a daily basis, the grind of it and the pressures, you know, it's so easy to get into that negative talk.
Have you ever been tempted?
Even the best things. I mean, they should teach it in schools, you know, about kind of the art of positivity and sort of, because that's all related to this mental health. And,
You need
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
You need that. The problem is it's being delivered by school teachers who can be a little negative and nasty. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah.
If you're like a
Yeah.
27-year-old lady being paid $30,000 a year, it's tough to get the kids and be like, guys, life is awesome. Life is great.
Yeah.
You guys just got to believe in yourselves. 'Cause
Yeah.
the teachers, that's one job I would like to have, but it's I don't know if I could do it, man. Especially like, it'd be one thing if you had like other sources of income, but if you're just living on that, like the teachers I've talked to, apparently they just get crushed by the administration because they're like, you have to do it this way. None of it makes sense, but this is the way we're going to be funded. And every parent is like, dude, you suck. You're out of the house. They would show up and be like, great.
Yeah.
Scored 0 points.
Mine didn't show up that much, but yeah.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
No. But I'm just saying, you know, I didn't sometimes it's a good thing, you know, if your parents aren't there every single
I prefer them not to be there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't like if they came. It was like sucks.
Yeah.
Then like I would ride the bench for most of. There's nothing worse than your parents showing up and you're on the bench the whole game and you're like, I'm sorry I brought you guys here.
I know. Yeah. I agree. That happened in college a couple of times, you know, when I played.
You played college ball?
Yeah, I played college hockey.
What?
At Yale, yeah.
Damn, dude, what the fuck? What position?
So I was a forward.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell? I didn't know you were a hockey player.
Yeah.
You don't strike. I mean, again, I'm not saying you're not like rough and tumble, but you don't strike me as a fucking college hockey player. How'd you keep all your teeth?
Yeah, we wore masks in college, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So when you play it professionally, then the masks come off. But
why?
I don't know. I don't know why they kept that rule. Maybe they wanted people's faces to stay intact.
Yeah.
Until you play pro.
Till it's time to take the mask off and show show that beautiful hockey face.
Yeah, it's for advertising. They need to see the faces.
True for the game. Yeah.
Because
All right.
if you're wearing a mask, you can't relate to the players.
Yeah, that's true. So what was the hockey grind like growing up? Because you must have played.
It was
that's
tough.
Yeah, that's a sport you play like early in the morning.
Yeah, it was like anything, just such a huge commitment. But to find ice time oftentimes like when you're a little kid, you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and before school and stuff like that. I think a couple of times a week.
Damn.
But it was just like it was just a huge commitment your whole life. You want to be a great player. You want to play.
Did you cop
level.
the scholarship to Yale?
They don't, they give financial aid. So if they look at your income and decide what they to do with you, they're not allowed to just, I don't know about now, but back then, that's how they did it. But I got offered a couple scholarships from like Notre Dame and other places. But
So you're nasty.
I was,
You don't want to toot your own horn. I get it. So how many documentaries have you done?
I've directed 4 and then, made 5.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What was your favorite one, you think?
Well, this one, they've all been very different, but one that's kind of near and dear, we're talking about hockey. Well, I've actually done several that are somewhat hockey related, but I really love In Search of Greatness, which is about the greatest athletes of all time and about the nature of greatness, told from the perspective of the greatest athletes. And it's really about kind of creativity and about how, most of the greatest athletes, from Gretzky to Tom Brady to, Messi, they're not what we think they are. They're actually on a spectrum of like athletic ability and speed, and they're actually like worse than the average athlete, strength and speed. Gretzky, let's take for instance,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean he was like an anomaly. He could barely bench press anything. He wasn't very necessarily fast. He didn't have the hardest shot. But he was just, because of these weaknesses, he had to figure out, another way to play the game. And he just, was the greatest ever by far, because he had to come up with these compensation tactics. So he thought faster. The same thing with Tom Brady. If you look at his combine score, whatever.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to argue is that I think we see sport in the wrong way. We're not looking at the right things, and for me, it's all about like creativity and sort of what we do with our weaknesses, and that we can actually reinvent our fields by thinking about sport or whatever it is in a completely different way. You look at artists, it's the same thing. In order to reinvent something, you have to, it's not what you think.
I know what you're saying. It's not all about like the 40 time. It's not all about blah, blah, blah.
It's totally the opposite. It's about the mind and about creativity.
That's pretty cool. Did you see the movie Inside Out 2? I don't know if you've watched that with your kids.
I don't think I...
Dude, Inside Out 2.
About emotions.
Yes, it's all about emotions and stuff, but there's a part in that where, it's all about the kid having the emotions get out of control and they got to find some like equilibrium, and that's kind of like the whole movie basically. But there's a part in the end of Inside Out 2 where the girl, Josh, you've seen this movie? This girl's having a tough time. Her emotions are all out of whack. She's obviously hitting puberty too, so there's like new emotions. And there's a part where like it all, like the thing you're talking about finally clicks, and it shows that like she's all like gung-ho, like I got to be the hardest and fastest. And then like she just gained some sort of peace in herself. And there's a thing where she's like skating serenely through the ice, playing hockey. And I started to cry. Yeah. It was just such a beautiful, it stuck with me for 3 days. Just, I was like, God, man, that was it. Cause there's so much going on in her life. And then she just was like quiet inside her head, and she was able to just like part through, like having fun rather than like gnashing her teeth.
That's exactly what the point of this movie is. And in fact, my greatest memories of maybe in life are like playing hockey in an outdoor rink, just skating on my own and just like that, enjoying kind of the feeling of it. And, it's magical. And that's what the essence of life is in sport too. It's just this feeling of freedom and being able to experiment. And it's the same with, I'm sure, comedy too. It's all about just that period of experimentation and just
Yeah.
unstructuredness about it,
Yeah,
that creates.
Well, yeah. Once you get in your head, it sucks. It becomes a nightmare. If you get in your head,
and,
like,
and it becomes ritual. I got to do this. I got to do that.
No, I was talking to God, I'm blanking on the guy's name. Kirk Fox. Who's a guy? Kirk Fox is a comedian. He's in LA, and I was at the mothership, and I was just like in one of my little funks where I'm like, I had like started doing newer material. I had to work out the hour, and I was just like, possessed, being like, this has to be good. And I would just go on stage, and I could feel crowds being like, ugh, because I'd come out like, hey guys, and they'd be like, that's not what this is about. You should be having fun and making us have fun. And I got off, and I was about to go on, and maybe I was between shows, and I was just like talking to him, like, I don't know, I'm just like fucked up right now about all my stuff. And he just like looked at me, and he's like, who cares? Like, just go have fun. Stop being, it was such a simple,
that's it.
such a dumb thing.
I know.
But I like at the moment it hit me, and I was like, God damn it, you're right. And I went on after that and had a blast. And I was like, yeah, I was doing a disservice to everybody else by being so self-centered and being like, no, I have to be the best. This needs to be great. And it's like literally a scourge. Like
we all fall into that crazy trap, but it kind of comes back to what we were talking about earlier about positivity and just kind of having fun with things, and trying to find that somehow, because you get pulled back into that seriousness and the negativity, and you know what I'm saying? And you can't.
Oh, dude, it's literally the worst.
You can't perform either as well,
No, it affects all things. I'm up the age now. I'm turning 40 in like literally a week, and I like clockwork now. Like I was, my whole life I've been so cocksure in terms of erections, and man, like I'm noticing now. I'm like, dude, if I even think about anything else while I'm having sex. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
Like if anything else enters my field of awareness, if I start going like, what's this like? It's gone. Not even gone, but it's just not, it's not the dick. It's not the dick. It's gone. And it's like, it's been fun for me now being like, all right, how do I, what do I got to let go of? And maybe it's just going to get worse and worse as I get older. But that's that's an interesting one. I've never had that problem. And like, I mean, that's like a very, localized example, but we'll see. That'll be my next quest to see if I can somehow overcome that. But it's,
plus like, if you're with the same person, it's a little harder.
What are you talking about? What are you even talking about, dude?
No, it's amazing. But
I'm just powered by the strength of our connection. I have no idea what you're talking about. No, yeah, obviously it's like,
sometimes I find that like if you close your eyes and not that you still connected to your partner, but
turn on the lights and put on earplugs.
Lets you focus more. No,
it does
internally and sort of how you're feeling, and less stimulus.
Yeah,
so it that helps a little bit too.
I think so. For me, I just eat pussy and I recharge. But
that helps.
That's the move. I go, babe, time out. I need a water break. I need a water break, babe. But I agree with you, man. It's like, that's if I could somehow, if you think about distilling all of your life's efforts into like one thing, for me, it really is trying to figure out how to kind of spread the stoke as much as possible. And not even like, I feel like it gets a bad rap because there's that like vapid version of that where you're like in the mirror being like, you're a champion. Or it's like not that at all. No. It's like, no, you're a worm. And you're pathetic on some level, but despite all that, you can still transcend that inside yourself and not be a total drag on your own life and, everybody else's.
Yeah, like when people say, it's I hear this saying all the time, well, you got to love yourself. You got to love it. I can't quite.
Did you ever try?
I do. I almost, it's just a weird thing, so I don't even think it's that.
I don't think
you do have to, you shouldn't like hate yourself and beat yourself up. That's the thing. But yeah, loving yourself. How do you do that? Oh, I love you so much, Gabe.
It's the weirdest thing. I've literally tried this. I was on LSD one time, and like towards the end of it, I got this wave where I was like, I gotta show up for myself. I gotta love myself. And I like looked in the mirror, and the first thought in my brain was like, shut up. And I was like, all right, my bad. Try to love you, but you pushed me away. But yeah, I personally think, I think that's one of those things that like, it sounds great. And then you try it practically and you go, okay, sure. Like this is impossible. Yeah. I personally think you should not beat yourself up like you were saying, and just rather than trying to play some weird mind game with yourself and like loving yourself, just go do something for somebody else.
Yeah,
that's the easiest. That's easy. I can pump someone else up. I can show someone I love them. But yeah, that whole thing, like, love yourself. I don't know where that comes from or like where that even originated, because there was no way. I think that must have come in like the 80s. Like that was, nobody said that in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe 70s and 60s. But
I do think that love itself is a key to it. You know, that feeling of like, if you can get that right here to, you know, love other people and, you know, to get that feeling for other people and for life, and you know, makes a big difference too. It's similar to positivity or whatever, but that feeling of love is what I think we all crave.
Yeah.
And not to be cheesy or whatever, but there's something to that too.
For sure. That's when
you say helping other people.
Yeah.
It's that
makes me feel good.
That transforms you. You know, if you could wake up and sort of try and channel that feeling of love rather than hate or, you know.
Yeah. Or I mean,
it's what all religions, what all spiritual traditions, you know, are saying, you know, and all the great people from, you know, Gandhi to Martin Luther King, it's the key.
Yeah.
It seems to have it, you know, a good
for me. It's like good. If I want to try to alter my own mood, it's such a labyrinth and mind game that it's like I'm just going to end up probably having a panic attack. If I like close my eyes and start going like, all right, dude, let's make yourself feel as good as possible. I'm going to end. I literally did this the other night. I was like putting my kids to sleep and I lay on the floor while they're like getting ready to fall asleep, and I like started having a panic attack, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of my head. But I can easily text my wife and like, you look great today. And she's just like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then I'm like, all right, I feel good now.
Yeah.
But when you try to apply it yourself, it doesn't work.
You can, yeah.
So what I do is I do really nice things for a lot of people, and then I keep score if they do nice things for me. And then I eventually explode on them and say, you've done nothing for me. Told you look nice 10 times this week. But yeah, man, it's
keeping score is
can't keep
tough.
Score. Can't keep score.
Yeah.
You just got to be
especially if you're married, you know, jeez.
Can't keep score.
Yeah.
You can tell them how hard you don't keep score. That's what I do. I go, look, the other day you left your stuff out. I didn't say anything, but I don't keep score like that. So
yeah, exactly. Right.
But that, I mean, marriage is one of those things that like, yeah, man, it's like, if you really want, because I feel like, again, I only know my own self, but I do feel like, let's say collectively, it is like a furnace, because it's you and another person. You have different ways on like, this should be done this way, this should be done that way. And in my experience, you either like let go of a lot of stuff or it just fucking explodes. Like there's no other way. You have to, and if, you know.
And also you got to really anticipate that people are going to change, you know, that nobody stays the same. That's not the point of life, is to stay the same. It's to, people are growing, they're doing different things, and to anticipate that, and then really, I think, make that just commitment to kind of go with it and weather it, and not fight against it.
No, I'm telling you, I used to always when I was younger, hear people say like just that similar like kind of folksy happy wife, happy life stuff, and I'd always be like, I'll never give up. And then you hit the point, you go, I fucking give up, dude. I'm done. I'll just fucking clean up my plate or whatever you're so freaked out about. But yeah. But it's good. You know what I mean? It's like, it sounds not, but it's like, I don't know. Like, you know what, for me, this is like kind of different, but like COVID for me, like this whole thing about like being kind to other people. Cause I was like, I'm a nice guy. And then like, I would notice, like, I didn't notice how much I did this before COVID, but I would be in a grocery store and I would just see a person, and like my brain was constructed to like keep myself somehow above anyone around me in any way I could think of. So I would like see like a tall, handsome, muscular man. I'd be like, fucking loser. Guy's probably a big dork, thinks he's so fucking cool. Guy's literally probably a dumbass. And then I would just see like a lady and be like, look at that fucking lady. And I would just do this in my head. All the time.
I'm the same. Not now, but
no, I would do this all the time. I'd walk around and go, fucking look at this guy. And then COVID heightened it, because it was like people would have the mask. I wasn't a fan of it. I was like, I think it's weird we're all afraid of the air. So I would go out. I wasn't being like super aggressive with it, but like if I was outside walking my dog, I'm not wearing a mask. Like I'm fine. I'm not worried. We're all far apart from each other. And I would get like dirty looks in my neighborhood because everyone was like completely K95'd up. And I had that, like it like heightened that thing in my head. So now it was like enemies to me. And I was like, fucking look at this fuck. Now I was like really amped up. And I remember, I think I was in like a Whole Foods or something. And I realized somehow that every time I'd walk past a person and be like, look at this fucking piece of shit, it gave me a bad feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just, something like snapped in me to where every person I saw, I'd be like rooting for them on some level, or be like, I wish them the best. And I'd still have that, like, look at this fucking lady's weird ass fucking pants.
Yeah,
But I'd be like, but I wish her the best. And dude, I'm filled with like an incredible sense of peace. And ever since I've been, because the whole thing for me is like, even if you see somebody who's like kind of unbearable, like maybe doing something crazy or whatever, once you have kids, you're like, oh, that's somebody's kid.
Yeah.
So like if my kids are out in the world, God forbid someone walk past them or like, nice fucking hat, dumbass, I'd be so upset. So I started being like, well, I'm going to treat everybody like they're someone else's kid. And, and it's like, cause I would hope their parents would like want them to be treated nicely. And if their parents don't care if they're treated nicely or not, then they need even more kind of like love and careness or loving care, whatever it's called. And
having kids really helps with taking that kind of perspective too, especially like with your own parents. Like once you have a kid, thinking about your own parents, how they dealt with you, and having a little bit more respect for that, being a dad and having a dad,
Oh yeah.
And other people too, like you're saying. But I don't know what that is. I had that same thing about judging everybody, and it's a weird, where does that come from? You can't, even if you're self-aware, you're like, why did I keep doing that?
I have a theory, and it's my theory is that, so I think it goes all the way back to like, it's just a thing in nature. Like if you're an organism,
you have to size everything up.
Exactly. But if you're an organism, say, and like there's a bigger organism than you, you have a fear of annihilation instinctively. You're going, this thing's bigger than me. Now I'm going to die. And I think humans have so many dimensions to judge, where it's like money, looks, success, it's like infinite. Like
comparing.
So if you sense someone somehow bigger than you, then it's like you have to somehow cut them down in your head because there's like a weird innate fear that pops up. That's my theory.
Yeah.
So you just walk around the day all day, and then if there's someone that like you can just completely slam dunk on, it's probably just a feeling of victory where you're like, this fucking piece of shit. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's my theory about that. But it doesn't help you. And the thing is you think you get this buzz off it, but I really think it makes you feel worse.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of like when you're in grade school doing that, and it starts there almost.
Oh, for sure.
Kids making fun of other kids. And you still feel like when you're an adult doing that, you feel like you're a kid essentially still.
So
but I mean...
Well, it's fun. I mean, if you're with your bros, it's fun. It's fun to mess around with your bros like that. But yeah, if you're out and like in public around someone who's essentially a stranger, and you're like, I know a lot of people do this, just start just absolutely ragging on people. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. It's not nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that helped me with social
with comedy though. Don't you always have to be observing, and like, it's part of it is picking people apart or their idiosyncrasies, and
I'll do it.
Part of the.
If I'm struggling on stage, I'll sacrifice a crowd member just because I'm like, I'm not doing well, and I'll just absolutely sacrifice somebody.
Yeah.
And I know I'm like, this is wrong, but I need this laugh right now, and I'm going to make fun of your hat, and I'm going to make you feel terrible right now so that I can continue. And I know it's not right, but it's,
or you're doing it to yourself too, like about your own life and how.
Oh, I do that, but if I that's an easy trick to get a crowd on your side. Just absolutely just crush somebody in the crowd, and then they're like, "All right, any of you guys want this? You better start fucking laughing at me. I will fuck you." No, that's how growing up, my family dinners were like that though. Like I was one of 6 kids, and we'd all sit around the table, and it was just like it was a war zone. Like everyone would start making fun of each other.
Yeah.
Like my dad would get involved, and like he would just like, it would be one victim. You'd be, if the light turned on you, everyone would start just saying whatever they could to just completely humiliate you.
Yeah.
And you had to like strike out against somebody else, and would turn the attention on them. And it was like every night at dinner.
It's probably how your comedy started. No,
it could be. I don't know, but it's definitely that could be at least where that very critical negative voice came from, because you'd be eating and like, dude, you have 5 other people being like, look your fat legs, and you'd be like, fuck, you'd have to fire back somehow.
Yeah.
So it's not the best, but it is fun. I don't know. I do think it's fun though. Like fucking with people, if they're, I don't know, even when they react negatively to it, it is so much more fun. If you catch someone who takes himself so seriously.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm kind of like a bloodhound for that. If I detect somebody's kind of like getting like pissed like that, I can't help it. I'll start like needling and messing around.
Yeah.
But
when we were kids, my friends and I would just kill each other. Like, I assume it's like in every circle when you're a kid, that we just kill each other.
Yeah.
Over and over. It's part of the whole. And then, but people would laugh, it's funny too.
That's a difference. If you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
Because that's my mom's big critique of my dad loves giving it out, but if you get him, he's just like, you guys are assholes. He doesn't like it at all. Loves dishing it out, can't take it, which I think that's probably everybody, but nice, man. So the sports doc. So you're talking Gretzky. Who else is an example of that? There's Tom Brady, Gretzky.
So Rocky Marciano, who was one of the greatest, obviously, boxers ever of his time, was like, really short. He had no reach, but he developed this style, where he would just really, like Tyson had this too. He would get close. He basically was undefeated, and he would get close and basically like hit from up close. He would just keep, get really,
stay in your face. Yeah,
exactly. And he was undefeated, but his body was like, was not meant for heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was short, not very heavy, and had a short reach, but developed a style like Lionel Messi. I mean, he was also shorter than most people. He had this, human growth issue where he like wouldn't grow when he was a kid and had to get testosterone. But he was, he also developed this flea-like style of like, deking people, and he was so good with the ball and smart. You know what I'm saying? So he had that deficiency, but he overcompensated in other ways. I mean, you go through even Jerry Rice. So he's one of the best receivers in history. He said he wasn't very fast, but he basically memorized timing and routes so perfectly that it gave him that, competitive advantage because he was in the right place at the right time, knew exactly when the ball was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of other.
No, that's really nice too, because especially like with little kids, I've noticed it's like, maybe it's always been that way, but like I'm just noticing now because I have kids. But there's like a serious paranoia about any even signs of like, is this kid showing any developmental delays and blah blah blah. And people really freak out about that. And it's nice to think like, rather than trying to like force my weaknesses to become something they'll never become, how can I kind of adapt and kind of play to my own strengths and weaknesses?
Like even like Greg Maddux, I was just thinking, I mean, he's not even in my film, but like same thing. I mean, he sort of doesn't really look like a baseball player. Like he's a little bit schlubby, he's not that tall, he's not that strong, but his accuracy and his ability to understand batters and was on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You look at every sport, every of the greatest athletes, it's something like that, that's completely unexpected. I call it like Polsky's law, because it's like everything you see, everything you see is like the opposite.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. You coined that?
Paradox. I did coin it.
Damn.
I say it to my family, I don't like, well, now here on the podcast, but
what?
Just that I don't like to be like a douchebag,
Why? Coining, no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah.
You don't do Polsky's law. People are going to take it and they'll call it maybe McCusker's law.
Everything you see is the opposite. Yeah.
So what is the law again? You're saying everything is opposite as what you...
Everything is the opposite of what you see, what you think. So if somebody's like happy all the time, like smiling, they might be, the saddest people.
Gotcha.
You've seen things like that, or, these sort of paradoxes of opposites.
Yeah, like the surface, the thing you present is, the reality is probably compensating.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, I have some shows this weekend coming up. I'll be doing live stand-up comedy. I'll be at the Belding Theater in Hartford, Connecticut, January 23rd. That'll be Friday. Saturday, I'll be at the Egg, the Hart Theater at the Egg in Albany, New York. Both those shows are almost sold out, so please come. And if you want to come, there's a few tickets left. Also, I'll be in Las Vegas, then Denver, Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, Cleveland. Just go to mattmccusker.com. There's a bunch of other places for tickets. Thank you.
I'll be in Helium, Atlanta tonight, Thursday through Saturday. Please come if you can. If I know the weather's going to be bad, but I'll still be there. So please come. SeanGardini.com. The link is below. Thank you very much.
I'll be at Dallas Hyenas the 23rd, which is Friday, or in Yellow Rose Cane on Saturday. And Panties in Your Mouth podcast. Come on, guys.
Fair. Did you ever see the guy there's a guy on Instagram who does facial scanning where he'll be like, all right, this guy has this kind of face, and he has all these funny names. So there's like tree face, block face, and it's not like a derogatory thing. He's like, these are the facial structure terms, but he says like no one's two eyes are the same, and he'll be like, so he'll cover up the left eye, and like the right eye is the eye of the father, and that's your secret hidden self, and like look how afraid he looks in this eye, and they cover this eye, and they'll be like, this is the eye of the mother, and this is like your outward personality, but it looks like angry. It's really kind of fascinating.
Wow.
And when you see it, it's like it's not complete bullshit because like everyone does have like slightly different looks in each eye. I've been in the mirror nonstop the last couple of weeks just trying to like see which side
That is.
which eye is what and like what it says about me. It's kind of a terror that he like looks at people's faces and he breaks them down to a T. And some of the people are people he like knows nothing about. And then the producer goes, "Oh, this guy like killed his entire family." And he goes, "Well, yeah, I told you he looked kind of fucked up." And the craziest thing they said, there's a term called I forget what it's, but it's called whites on three sides of the eye. So like when people have a lot of white showing underneath their eyeball, he's like that's like a giant red flag because he had done the guy I forget his name, the guy who killed his parents, Nick Reiner. He did a facial analysis of that guy. And that dude's eyeballs are like you see a lot of the whites under his eye. So I've been on the lookout for that lately. But it's like a Japanese saying for whites under three sides of the eye. And it's like kind of a, like, if you see that, be careful.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Sanpaku? Is that what it's called? Oh, yeah. Sanpaku. Whites on three sides of the eyes.
Yeah, I feel like all those serial killers, they all have that look.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a stereotype.
I don't know.
But they do have, I don't know if it's like, they took too much acid or whatever.
Could be.
Yeah.
The funny thing was, I heard about that whites on three side of the eye thing, and I kept saying to myself, like, I would hear people be like, "Oh, I just did like a bunch of ayahuasca," and a lot of them would get this wonky look in their eyes, and it's literally, it kind of looked like you could see a little bit underneath, and I could never like pin down like what is that about that, but it was like I don't know.
Yeah, I've done.
Have you done ayahuasca?
Yeah. Do I have that?
How do you? No, you don't have that. You're free from what's it called again? Tanasaki.
Yeah.
Sanpaku. What's your thoughts on ayahuasca?
It's it's very mystical. It's opens kind of like a portal to different dimensions that it's very hard to describe, but it's very mystical. It's beyond opening a portal to something that you can't experience without taking ayahuasca. Imagine God or somebody saying, let me just show you this new dimension or several of them of what's possible in the mind. And you're just like, oh my God, this is insane, to have an experience like this.
Sure.
And part of it is, and I can't confirm this, but is the healing of past traumas, and you're throwing up, you're purging, you feel better afterwards. It's not that I didn't do it because necessarily I'm looking to get healed or anything. For me, it was more of a curiosity and just sort of a deeper understanding of who are we, what are we doing here, what is all this,
Yeah.
And it's just, if you're somebody who is curious about reality and mysticism and sort of understanding deeper about reality and stuff like that, I think it's fascinating and enlightening in that way. You don't go, it's definitely still confusing because it's like you're opening into this portal and you're just like, what the hell is all this? This is incredible and crazy and strange, and you know what I'm saying? But it's not like, oh, here's the answer to life.
For sure,
Some people do say, oh, I was told this, and I met Jesus, or I don't know what happens to them. For me, I can't say that I have a lot more clarity about everything, but it gave me a richer feeling about life and what's beyond what we can see.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've ever. I mean,
I've
you know,
done
you get
like,
that with mushrooms.
Yeah,
or
so
acid.
that's what I was going to ask you. How does it compare to like a super high dose of mushrooms? I don't know if you've ever done.
It's a different, almost dimension.
Really?
It's like, you know, mushrooms. You go into in one dimension, which is like. I don't know. It's also mystical. Yeah. You're in a portal. You're seeing things that are you could never imagine, you know. But ayahuasca is like even a little bit of a different. Each plant has its own almost world or something.
Did you feel like out of body, or was it you're just looking around at stuff?
Kind of, but you're just in another world. You don't even feel a part of your body. You're just almost going into other dimensions with different. You know, patterns. You feel like almost and again, and everyone has different experience, but I felt like I was in some kind of strange matrix of patterns that were, you know, and the patterns would sort of tell you stuff in a way, or
how many times did you do it?
You'd have these feelings, you know.
Yeah. How many times did you do it?
I've done it like 7 times.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my thing with ayahuasca. I've never done it because I talk to people and they're like, I've done it like 55 times, like literally like 55 times. And I'm like, why would you think somebody would do it that many times?
Well, why would somebody, I mean, I don't know. There are people do it for different reasons. Some people, they need to get healed, or they're trying to get to something. They're trying to, it's a medicine. I mean, some of these shamans or people in the Amazon, they're doing it thousands of times, you know. So for them, that's not a big deal. You know, it's just part of daily life. They want to access the spiritual realms. You know, they want to be close to that because there's a lot happening right now that, you know, we're not perceiving, we're not seeing. You know, some people can be in both worlds at the same time. They can be in this reality, but also experiencing, you know, this spiritual reality at the same time. The question you asked was, why do they need to do it that much? I've also noticed that people can do it 1,000 times and they're still kind of the same, you know, which is, I don't know, are you trying to change so much, or?
I see what you're saying. It's like looking at it from like a cure perspective, where it's like, you hear that.
I've seen people get better mostly, you know, mostly you get better.
That's cool.
Of a person.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, so if you're somebody that is just like constantly depressed or has negativity, just, you know, generally.
Well, Will Smith,
they're better.
After the slap, I think he had done ayahuasca like 30 times.
Really?
I swear to God, he did. He came out of the ayahuasca portal and just slapped Chris Rock right in the face. Wow. I could be. I don't want to be wrong about that, but I read his book and he was like that. He claimed like that was something that came kind of for like the right time for him. But yeah, that makes sense. So it's not like a cure all, but it definitely, because I agree with that. Like with like, you know, just doing like mushroom. I've only ever done like mushrooms and acid and stuff.
Have you done it like in a party setting, or more just like, look, I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go on my own. And
I don't like the party setting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Although I took acid at a concert and it was awesome, but that was sick. But but I prefer to like lay down somewhere quiet and do it. That's how I did the mushrooms, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it's great for me. It's like, it's awesome. It really does like shape for me. Like in the experience of it, you're like, oh, I figured it all. When you're in it, you're like, I figured it all out. But in reality, for me, it does like shave edges off slowly. So maybe I answered my own question. That's why I do it 55 times. Is it does feel like it like shaves off edges slowly. But, you know, it's like a 2%. Like weeks later, once like the afterglow, all that stuff wears off, you're like, oh, I'm still the same, but it has like shaved off a lot. Like the mushrooms,
it works your subconscious, you know, really, and
it helped. The mushrooms helped for me realize how much. I didn't realize how neurotic I was. Like, I always knew I wasn't like like not neurotic, but when I took those mushrooms, it was like the 5 grams. I like laid in bed, that whole thing, and kind of blindfolded and all that. And the day of, I was like picking out clothes, like, all right, what am I'm gonna like wear something comfortable. And there was like, I was looking in my closet and there was like stuff I had gotten a long time ago from Goodwill. And I would look at shirts and like, that could be like a dead guy's shirt. And I was like, I'm not wearing that today. Like I didn't realize. And then when I did it, it was like, it just really just kind of like, I always tell people, it feels like there was like like your own frame of awareness is like a football helmet you can't take off. And it was just like, take it off. And I got to like look at it and I was like, dude, I'm fucking nuts. And then I was like, oh fuck. And then, but it was good. And then or I'd like wake up in the middle of the night to pee, and I'll just get like rushed with the most insane thoughts of like, I got to get it back to bed right now if I don't fall back to sleep. And it's like, it just kind of like deaded a lot of that stuff, that was like nice.
Yeah.
So.
And it's hard to, sometimes you'll feel like you've got the key to life. It's right there. I figured it out. And then literally like 2 seconds later, you forget what just happened. You forget.
Yeah.
Everything. It's amazing. You have the most incredible experience, and a day later you just can't remember anything.
Yeah, that's
a weird thing, but it does go into your subconscious.
That's true. And I do think it'll be nice. I've said this before, but it'll be nice for people now who like have to confront death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're getting older, it's like, yeah, like that's going to be a godsend. Because before it was like you just had to like smoke cigarettes and like watch TV. And that's like a really gritty way to like die. You know what I mean? To try to like contextualize your death and like come to peace with it. So yeah, I think that'll be a good thing for a lot of people.
I think that like, did you get this sense when you did psychedelics that like somehow this is where you're going, like after you die, like into this kind of dimension, or
I
that
mean,
it kind of would prepare you for?
I didn't get that feeling, honestly. I honestly, I just more so get stuff of like, mine's more about like life, about like, this is just kind of what life is, and blah, blah, blah. But but no, I've heard people say that with DMT, like, oh, like now I know, like.
It did feel like that with ayahuasca, that like somehow that I'd been to that place before, this weird dimension, that I've been there many, many times,
Mm-hmm.
And so I do feel like that might be where you're headed,
Yeah, that's plausible. I mean, I agree, man. That's the one thing of like just having some form of religious or spiritual sentimental, whatever, sentimental. I don't even know the words. Sentiments is the word. Just having something to be like, I'm not going to die and rot in the ground for nothing. You know what I mean? Like my life is a meaningless. Like it's so bad for you. And I remember reading. I think it was Carl Jung was saying that like he had. I think that's how AA kind of started, where he met whatever the guy's name was, Bill W. And told the guy was like, dude, I've tried everything to get off alcohol. I don't know what to do. And he was like, yeah, dude, you're like 35. Like if you don't somehow come to grips with like some concept of God, you're toast. And he's like, every person I've ever worked with, that's kind of the X factor. If you're like 40 and you're like, I'm a staunch atheist. He's like, yeah, you're going to be depressed though. So
yeah,
good luck.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some spirit, some creator, something. I mean, we're here for some reason. I mean,
yeah, and it's,
we're
well, it's funny. People like, that's just a childish superstition. It's like, I can face it by myself. It's like, fucking good luck, bro.
Yeah,
I can't,
exactly.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's cool, man. That's how long, when did you start doing, like, when did that kind of come into the mix?
I think actually during this process of making this film,
that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But I've always been super scared of it, because when I was like 12 years old, I smoked pot, and I totally freaked out and thought I was crazy, and just like for a good 6 months, like I had a panic attack and was still like just in shock. It totally tuned me up, and I was just like, what the hell? It was devastating. And so after that, for like 20 years, I was afraid to do anything. Like, wow, if pot, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you went from like anything,
nothing for like, I mean, obviously, alcohol and stuff like that, but because, weed was so like insane for me of an experience and shocking. And
what was the bug out like at 12? Because I used to smoke weed when I was younger, and I was chill.
Wow.
And later,
like, it was, I did do it one time and it was chill, and then I did it again and I just completely lost it. Like, it was just like a panic attack. I wasn't prepared for the psychedelic aspect of it. I mean, it was just like really, I did a lot of hits, and just everything was like this. And I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going crazy, literally, for whatever. And it was so traumatizing that for months I was just like, is this real? What is going on?
Yeah.
And no one knew like what to do. They thought I was like crazy.
And you couldn't tell your parents.
But I did tell them.
Did you really?
I was just like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, this is
Dang, what'd they
Something's
say?
wrong with me. They had no idea what to do. I mean, gradually it's dissipated.
Yeah.
But I still never felt like my old self.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it really kind of tuned me up and made me feel like very vulnerable.
Yeah.
And
Shit, sorry.
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
And so,
dang, that's crazy.
and so since that point, I was like very terrified of losing my mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I gained enough courage, you know, in the last few years to like, you know, I was just so curious that I wanted to try it, and I kind of started to.
That must have been
realize,
terrifying then.
Like absolute, like, and I think everybody's a little bit terrified of these, you know, these plant medicines or mushrooms because, you know, everyone's afraid of losing their mind, you know.
Yeah. True.
But I think part of it is that's what we kind of need to do. You know, that this world is,
It's rough.
yeah.
I've been just for like, you know, was doing a podcast, you go, I should know like what's the top 10 news stories right now. And I've been like grokking being like, yo, hit me with the top 10 news stories.
Yeah.
So scary. Everything
Yeah,
you read
I know.
is like really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, this is, you know, and it is funny. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, we should just get along, but it's like, there's gotta be something we can do. This is kind of nuts. When you read every story, it's just like, the technology's too good. We can't keep fighting. The technology's too strong. Get into like bioweapons, all this other shit. And it's like, dude, we gotta be nice. That's literally, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna die in like a hot, nasty flash. And it's gonna be pretty sad.
And going back to the movie, I mean, you know, I guess what I learned was that a lot of these indigenous prophecies kind of were all saying the same thing. So for the past like thousands of years, they've been saying, you know, at this time, the world would be going through incredibly difficult place, like cataclysmic kind of things, and that it will be in such a bad place that, you know, we're going to really need indigenous wisdom. Go back to the original, they call it the original order, go back to the origins, you know, of indigenous wisdom and connection to the earth that we're going to need to basically save ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, part of that is connection to, you know, the earth, listening to the earth, listening to all what's going on, and then behaving in the right way. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Especially when we're gonna run out of water. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
3/4 of the water, it's all water.
Yeah.
Fucking use it up. But yeah, that's yeah. I mean, the thing that freaks me out is I think human beings need a cataclysm. If you're not gonna like completely like rock your socks with psychedelics, it's like, well, reality is gonna reach a fever pitch so hard that like it's either gonna be like a plague. You know, COVID was like a minor. That was like a little bit, but like, I mean, it's nothing like, you know, like the Black Death in Europe. That was like a real kind of rock your socks moment. COVID was like scary, but, you know, it wasn't like, you know, a ton of kids dying. It was still like the elderly, which is like, you know, sucks, but it's not like as gripping, I would say, as like every, you know, 10th kid fucking dying, which is like, maybe we'll never have that again because of medicine. But yeah, it's I do worry that humans need another big old cataclysm to kind of like be like, all right. And that, I think now, like, God knows what that could look like. If it's not a natural disaster, if it's like a man-made cataclysm, that could be rough.
Yeah.
And it's for like, for what? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. No. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. The reality is definitely getting weirder and weirder, you know, right now.
Yeah.
In the world. It's just, and understanding reality, understanding, you know, what to believe, you know, that's kind of, these are big themes in my movie too, is just what stories do we choose to believe? What do we believe in this kind of chaos, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
it's true. Yeah. I just read the news now and I just prayed none of this is true. I hope it's all fake. I hope it's staged to scare me. That's like best case scenario. Then you look at it like, no, these are probably a bunch of psychos fighting, and, you know, so
yeah,
we shall see. But Gabe, thank you, brother.
Thank
you,
man.
And dude, definitely go check out the movie. It's called The Man Who Saves the World? ? And it's, dude, I'm telling you, I liked it so much. As soon as I watched it, I was talking to Brandon. I was like, dude, this shit was awesome. Where'd you get this? So you did a theater run in it, right? You released it in theaters?
Yeah. So we're still in theaters. We're doing basically like a tour, like a comedy, you know, a comedy tour. We're basically, been all over the country, and
So
at
people
at the end of the month, we're doing 4 cities. We're doing San Francisco on the 27th, and then Oakland on the 28th, and then Boulder on the 30th.
This is
and
January?
Aspen, January.
okay, nice. And then from there, what are the plans? Just keep
Yeah, so
putting out, or-
so we're kind of building, this grassroots, brand, audience swelling, and then ultimately, it'll be